Oh, live. Oh, finally. It let me on. Now we can ask about foam cannon here. This is the Amazon foam cannon right here. This is what you guys got to watch today, and I hope you guys really did like it. And if you did, please, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. And if you liked it, make sure you leave it a smashing huge thumbs up because we had a great head-to-head competition today, and I knew you guys were going to really like that video. I mean, for $16.99, this was a killer deal right here, killer deal. Somebody actually wrote and said that they couldn't even find it. I'm like, dang, my video must have did really good today because it was just available a couple days ago for sale on Amazon. That's the link I put, and now it's already not there, and I'm like, oops. So hopefully it will be up here in the next week or two. They'll get restocked in the next couple days to a week. But dude, I'm telling you, there's no difference. And I really hope you guys like that video. I have a video coming out for you tomorrow showing you everything I bought from the live stream when I was at Walmart the other day. That'll be out tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I have, I think it's Black Magic Car Wash coming out or something. I don't know. It sucked. It was terrible. But that'll probably be out Wednesday for you. So we're getting a lot of good stuff coming for you this week. I hope you guys really like the foam video. For me today, the comparison, there was definitely no difference. I couldn't see any difference between either one of them. It was just that good. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys really did like it. What's going on, guys? I see you all coming in here right now. Thanks so much for being with me on a Monday night. I was going to do it last night, but yesterday I met with the Tampa Honda Grom squad. So I ramped up my little yellow Honda Grom in the back of my wife's minivan. I drove all the way over to Oldsmar, Florida, which is just outside of Tampa on the north side of the bay, Tampa Bay. And then went all the way from Clearwater down to Clearwater Beach, Reddington Beach, Treasure Shores, Madeira Beach, and then down to like St. Petersburg Gulfport. We went down there by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays Stadium in St. Petersburg, and then went up by USF and then came all the way back up. So it was a great ride yesterday, but I was wiped out by the time that 5-hour ride was done. So I was just like, oh, no more. And I just went to sleep as soon as I got home. I took care of him, went to dinner, and I was out. So that's why we didn't have live streaming. I do apologize. So that's why we're making it up for you guys today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by here on your great Monday evening. You have the same, and it works great. What's going on, Reach's Edge? I see you. And again, thank you so much last week. I do appreciate it. When tomorrow's video comes out, I actually individually thank the 3 people that donated. I had 2 people that donated during that Walmart live stream. It was Bo Honk and Mr. Reyes here out of Kissimmee, and then Paul Harden donated $25 via PayPal after the live stream was done. So I made sure that, thank them in it. Order the one foam cannon with the mitt. Cool. What's up, Aaron? Vincente, I was actually thinking about buying some Chemical Guys thing. I didn't. I'm telling you, you'll save a lot of money, and that's what I'm here to do is save you guys money and give you guys fair and balanced results. I was honestly shocked how close it was. I really didn't see any difference, and I don't want to see you guys spending $80 for it like I did. I'd buy these things because I'm here to test them. You guys need to be saving money the best you can so you can put those products money towards other products that you're going to buy. You could buy Chemical Guys sticker and just put it. You really could, Omar. One of my favorite videos. Thank you so much, Weekend Warrior. It really does mean a lot. Every day I see the channel growing faster and faster and faster, and I'm so thankful for it. The views are just skyrocketing in the last 2 months. Subscribers are going through the roof right now, and I'm thankful for every one of you guys. It really does mean a lot, and that's why I take the time out of my week to spend an hour or two with you guys at least once a week and just do these things and answer questions and just kind of hang out with you guys and have fun. What's up, Christian? I see Sean, the detail guy. Thanks, buddy, for coming by. Jay King, I brought 3 months ago. Works great. It does. It really does. And the thing is, a lot of people are saying, well, the quality. I'm like, it's made of brass. That's brass right there. Listen to that. That's hard. I mean, it's the same as this. This is made of brass. The only thing it doesn't have a plastic cover on top of the foam adjuster, and that's it. There's really no difference between them, and it works great. So it's like I don't see the point in it. APC versus degreaser, what's the difference? All-purpose cleaner can be used on everything. Degreaser is a little more powerful for you, so it's going to get out your oil stains and stuff like that. So just be wary. All-purpose, you can use it on pretty much anything. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not as aggressive. Hey, Che, what's going on, Matthew? Thing there. What do you, Che? You should go to the Detail Garage, Sarasota, and pick up some product. Dude, I was actually kind of close. When you're in St. Petersburg, Florida, you take the big Sunshine Skyway Bridge. It's a really, really tall one. And then you go all the way across the bay there at Tampa Bay as it exits out into the Gulf of Mexico. And then you're in, I think it's Bradenton, and then you got to go down to Sarasota. I always get them Bradenton and Sarasota mixed up. One's on top of the other one. Anyways, yeah, I wasn't very far, maybe like 25, 30 minutes away. But then again, it was a Sunday, and I was there for the little Honda Grom ride. It was like 40 of us out there. It was Groms everywhere on the street. It was hilarious. Went all down the beach, and it was a good time overall. Yeah, can you review the exterior detail from West Coast Customs? I saw it. I thought I had it. I'm pretty sure I already have it, David. I'm sorry if I didn't already do it. Maybe check through my stuff, and I do apologize. Still love the torque. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just giving you guys options, and I hope you guys understand that. I want to give you guys options. And think about it. If you spend $69.99 versus $80 or $79.99, and then you can now have another, $50 to spend on more cleaning products, and that's what I want in the end. I don't want you guys wasting hard-earned money, and that's what I really am here for. Thanks for saving money. I do appreciate it, Aaron. I try and save all you guys money. You should do a Meguiar's wheel cleaner on the paint. Yeah, I definitely could, Anthony. You know what? As soon as my white car gets back, I'm hoping sometime this week it'll be ready. They told me they got a new computer for it, and they're putting it in, so hopefully it'll be ready to pick up. Dalton, wow, Dalton, thank you so much for another donation. Again, I'm so thankful for you guys to do that. When you're going to see tomorrow's video, I actually have the Walmart receipt when we did that live stream last Thursday at Walmart. I spent $105 at Walmart, $105. So even though I don't ask for donations because I'm just like, I'm doing this as a fun hobby for me to do it for you guys, it does help offset the high-end cost. So Dalton, thank you so much for donating. I really do appreciate it. I will keep putting out videos as long as you guys keep willing to do it, and as long as you guys keep sending your friends my way. Just subscribed a few weeks ago. Keep it awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to keep them out as long as you guys say, seriously, as long as my channel keeps going and you guys are super happy, I will keep pushing them out every time I can. You know what I mean? I try and get out 3 videos a week, 2 full car reviews, and then the third one's usually like a comparison type review, and then we do a hangout video. So that's at least 4 videos a week that essentially we're getting out. And then some weeks I might sneak in 5. So that's what's going on. West Coast Customs made my Meguiar's. That's a good info right there. See, I didn't know that. I couldn't confirm that. I didn't know who made it. Made a big video tour of the LA store. Yeah, I'm definitely not in LA. Now, I will tell you, Greg Masterson just wrote me, and he told me he's in negotiations to buy or rent out their own standalone store. That's going to be their new warehouse. They're moving from their small warehouse because they're growing now to a big one, and it's going to have a storefront in the front. So if you're in, it's going to be in Anaheim. It said it's going to be right near Disneyland, and Anaheim is where they're renting out or buying a store of their own. So he said they're looking for June to have it purchased or whatever. So that's what they're shooting for. So hopefully they'll be able to move in and have a storefront. And I told him I would fly out there for him and support him for that. I just picked up Turtle Wax and Dry for $4. That's a good deal, Darren. That's a good deal, and that's decent product for what it is. It's decent. It's good as like a after wash kind of thing. Just spray it down on there and just wipe it down. I really like it that way. It would be cool if you mix some soaps and see how they affect the cannon. I might be able to. I might be able to think about that. What's your favorite wax right now? So probably like synthetic waxes, something like a Meguiar's Ultimate or Turtle Wax Ice. For Carnauba, if money was no option, Pinnacle Sovereign. It's made by AutoGeek, but it's like really, really pure white Carnauba wax. It's not like mixed in junk like that. It's pure Carnauba white wax, and it was a little more expensive, but the quality is like to die for. And that's probably the best. What's the fastest you've gone in your GTR? 140 to 150, somewhere around there. I don't really remember. When you're going that fast, you tend not to look down at the speed limit too much. You're just looking at the road ahead because you're moving. One thing about the GTR, when you really get it going, it kind of hunkers down a little bit and really just scoots along. And I was going on the ring road around Orlando International Airport. There's a ring road. It's like 4 miles straight road. A lot of people go out there to race. It's called Heinzelman Road, and you can really, really get going pretty fast on that road. So and then it's a little bit bumpy once in a while through there. So I'm just like kind of keeping my eyes on the road, and I just don't want to lose control and be something stupid out there going that speed. Had a little bit of money I'm willing to do. Thank you so much. Guys, if you don't have the money, don't worry about it. I make money. I have a regular job. You guys know that. And I don't want you guys going broke over donating. I see some people when they're the big YouTubers that are like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they get donations every other minute, it seems like, when you watch a live stream from them. They're just throwing money. They're like, hey, I had a few dollars left, and that's all I have for the week. And I'm like, well, don't donate if you've got the money. So please, I appreciate it, but don't put yourself at a financial risk, What's up, Jonathan? How you see you there? I'm eating chips and hanging with my boy, Chad, Sleep Detail. That's fine, buddy. You're welcome to come with me anytime over here. Have you tried Griot's Garage Car Wash? The older one I did, Maria, but I've not tried the newer one. Some brilliant finished car wash. I haven't tried it. What's up, Dunzor? How you doing? Even if it makes less foam, you can buy way more soap with the $50. You really can. As a matter of fact, guys, I had 2 more products come in on Saturday from chemical guys. I ordered them at the beginning of last week, and they showed up on Saturday. So you're going to see these videos in the future. I bought watermelon snow foam. since you guys like the snow foam, the foam can videos. So the watermelon snow foam, and I bought the JDM car scent. I've been wanting to try it. You know me, I'm all Japanese vehicles. So both my motorcycles are Japanese. My 3 cars are Japanese, and then my wife's minivan, of course, is Toyota. Even though it's made in Indiana, it's still Toyota. So we're JDM here in my family. I'm impressed with the amount of content you have. Thanks so much, David. Like I said, I try and put out normally in the off season like 2 videos a week. Peak season, like starting now through there, I'll put out 3 videos a week plus 1 live stream, and maybe I'll slide in a 4th video of some other content like tomorrow. Normally I don't put out stuff on Tuesdays, but Tuesday I'll go ahead and put out the Walmart shopping stuff and give you the price on every one of them and how much it costs, and that'll be out tomorrow. And I have the video from Detail Fest. I think I'm going to put that on Sunday. I don't know. The walk around, it's just a short little 6 or 7 minute walk around video of Detail Fest. Not a lot of talking in it, just walking around showing you what's actually there. Have you ever used a product incorrectly and damaged your paint? No. You know, good thing about most detailing products that are quality, usually can't really screw up anything with it. What's going on at Extreme Ham? I'm going to buy soap, either Mystic Snow Foam or Chemical Guys Honey Doom. They're both quite literally very close to each other. You can't go wrong with Honeydew Snow Foam. I've already gone through the entire bottle, and it does pretty good. Mr. Pink is also another great one from them. Again, I just got in the watermelon snow foam that just showed up on Saturday, so I'll be trying that out here very soon. So just go with it. My card is 160 max. I don't know if I've capped off or not. Probably, Dalton, unless you're up near the red line. Have you used a rinseless wash before? No, but I do have it from Griot's Garage. I just haven't had a chance. Right now, again, I'm trying to get out all the rest of the 2018 products here. I just bought another $105 of products for 2018 that just came out. So you're going to start to see those. Once I get past all the new 2018 products, then I'll start getting out the regular products that you can get any year. You know, no big deal. Did you see my Instagram DM? I saw a new product, Advanced Auto Parts, yesterday. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. When are you going to do the spray wax review? Which one? Which one, Scorpion Boy? Make sure you put that in there, because you know me, I've got way too many things. Every time you clean your car, you wax or not? No, I don't wax every time. I just wash it, and that's about it. What's up, Mesa? It's called Street Legal Tire Shine. Oh, yeah, I know, Shama. Yeah, I saw that. Again, let me get through the 2018 products that are brand new for 2018, and then we'll go from there, buddy. What does JDM smell like? I don't know. It's still in the packaging, Aaron, so I haven't even opened it. It's still in the packaging. I just kind of opened the box. I'm like, okay, cool, and then I threw it in the garage with all the other boxes I have out there. So you understand. Watched my Dodge Charger yesterday with Citrus Chemical Guys once. Again, that's cool. I mean, you know, the way I see it is it's great for the foam can, just not as good for the 2-bucket method. So it's pretty crazy. What's going on, Venom? How you doing tonight, buddy? And it was watery on my pressure washer. How many 2018 products is left to review? Well, I just bought about 6 more, or maybe 7 more products. So look out for those. And those will be about all the ones that are left that are over the counter. I also bought 2 more that from OxyClean that were not for sale in my local Walmart. They're wheel cleaner and interior cleaner, like a rug interior carpet cleaner. I did buy those as well, so keep an eye out for all this stuff. Go ahead and try Adams Polish. That's some good quality stuff. No regrets there. You shouldn't have any problems with Adams. How is it meeting McGuire's guy? He was actually very, very, very friendly, very nice. It was funny because my wife was standing way over here when she took pictures. And he goes, oh, is she taking the pictures of us? And I was like, yes, sir. And he goes, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. So he's actually very cool, very down to earth. You know, he's probably a multimillionaire 20 times over because of his the McGuire stuff, but very, very personable, very friendly, just like you see him on TV, like all smiles and everything the whole time. That was him. What do you think about Ammo NYC Froth? I haven't even tried any ammo products yet, so I honestly can't comment on it, buddy. I haven't tried Auto Finesse either. These are companies that I've heard a lot of good things about, but I haven't personally tried them. I always try and get all the over-the-counter stuff first, and then I work my way down from there. The other day when I did the Gator Details bug off, Gator Detail contacted me and said, hey, we'd like to send you a bunch of stuff. And we're putting all new labels on it, making it more like fun, cool labels on our products. And we'd like to, if you would try a lot of our stuff. And I said, sure, but give me like 3 weeks. I really wanted to get through the rest of the 2018 stuff. And I said, I'd be glad to try your stuff. I'd be more than happy to. So again, we got more companies contacting me and saying, we'll send you some more stuff. So that's good to hear. You need to buy more cars to have. I wish if I'm going to hit the lotto one of these days, and then it's just going to get insane. How close to the Masters and Chemical Guys product quality? They're pretty close. I think Masterson's beats them in some aspects, but I'd say about half of Chemical Guys stuff is good, and then the other half is kind of watered down. When is his mother speed wax coming out? I don't know, brother. I just got it done Thursday. I have done a couple videos. So I have the Rain-X spray wax video that's got to come out. I've already recorded. I recorded the video for Black Magic, the new concentrated Black Magic car wash. It sucks. It's awful. So watered down trash. That's already been recorded. And I recorded Voodoo Tire Shine. And Voodoo is a smaller company that is found at Pep Boys, and a lot of people were asking me about it, and I finally got around trying it. It's okay. It's not that great, but I tried it, and you guys will see that. So I already have 3 videos recorded, but I'm kind of like pushing off the Voodoo because it's not brand new for 2018, so I'm just kind of like, I can kind of sit there for a while. Actually, I saw some Dub Tire Shine Advanced Auto Parts. Cool. I heard you can buy, I think Walmart just moves the stuff that's not being sold. It's like the Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish. It's still sold by Meguiar's, but Walmart doesn't sell it anymore. Favorite $2 soap versus favorite can of soap. Honestly, David, I will tell you, I have 2 more videos done of Foam Fridays for you guys. So this week's Foam Friday is going to be Limitless Car Cares, car soap. You guys know it's one of my straight A products that I absolutely love in the 2-bucket system. Well, I tried it in the foam cannon because it actually has directions for how much you need for the foam cannon. And it was like, oh my God. The foam, I don't think I've ever seen foam so thick before. Like the ones I tried, you know, your Mastersons, Honeydew, Mr. Pink, all great foamers, right? All great. But then I tried Limitless Car Cares foam, and I went, oh my God. And I wrote him, and I sent the pictures, and he was like, told you it was good. And I was like, wow. So, you know, they're just knocking it out of the park there with a Limitless Car Care. They're based out in New York, so give them a shot, brother. It's great for 2-bucket system and for the foam cannon. Stellar. I will try ammo links. Just give me some time. Remember, I've got to get through a lot of other stuff first. In 2018, over-the-counter is my main thing on this channel. And then later on in the year, I start trying regular stuff down the road. Jan Cruz Reyes. I make sure to give you a shout-out, proper shout-out. Thank you so much again for the donations last Thursday. I really do appreciate it. You will have a shout-out in the actual next video that comes out tomorrow. So if you want to see the Walmart review, I made sure I actually said your name in it. So thanks so much again. He was one of my subscribers. I think he gave like $8 last week on the live stream. So thank you so much, Mr. Reyes. Can you put degreasers in a foam cannon? I don't know about that, man. I don't think that would be very smart, man. You don't want to spray that on your paint or anything like that. It might be a little too aggressive. You're getting famous now with all the company contacting you. Yeah, how about this? So you guys know I have a smaller motorcycle channel. It's almost 5,000 subscribers. And I have a lot of videos on the Honda Grom that are doing pretty good. Well, I was at the Grom meet yesterday in Tampa, and the first time I've ever been to a Tampa meet, and I met with the Tampa squad, and I had so many guys come up to me and they're like, you have a YouTube channel, don't you? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, I saw all your videos on it before I bought my Grom. And I was like, cool. They're like, you helped us so much. And I was like, I appreciate that. You know, it means a lot when somebody comes up to you that you've never ever met in your life, and they said, you have a YouTube, don't you? And, you know, they said, because of you, you helped us out. And, you know, that means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Voodoo brand is mediocre. Exactly, Racer's Edge. But you know what? Again, I try this stuff just for fun. I got it on a killer deal. It was like 25 or 30% off that one day, so I bought them all at one time. So I have everything from Voodoo from them. Well, now I know not to buy the Black Magic car wash. Dude, it's awful. It's awful. Everybody's like, oh, you got to try the new stuff from Black Magic just because of the fact that it's really concentrated. You guys are going to love it. I'm like, okay. And it was terrible. It's terrible. The second panel of the cars I was on, there was 0 suds to it. 0. I was like, this is complete trash. And everybody's going to say, well, you did it during the sun of the day. Well, the very next day, I did the 303 metal polish you guys see. Well, when I washed out the pipes before I went ahead and started polishing them, I used Meguiar's Gold Class. That was what the soap I used. There was suds up the entire time. Made the video afterwards. The sun was out there big time. No problem at all. So, again, it's definitely not the sun that does it. It's just a garbage product. So, I have not given in there, Aaron. I'm so sorry. I have been driving near it. Like today, I was near it when we went to here we go. Sponsor Sonny's. Sonny's, I'd love to have your sponsorship. You're a Florida-based company. I love your barbecue. But anyways, I went by there today. We were like 2 minutes away, but I didn't get there. Christian, I see you asking about Gator Detail. I haven't heard from them. All I did when they contacted me, I said I would like when we do the agreement that they'll send me stuff. I said I want like a 15% discount or whatever for my subscribers, and then I want the banner obviously to go up in my garage. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll put that picture up on Instagram and on Facebook. Rev Automotive sent me a custom banner of theirs. And I tried their stuff last year. They sent me a custom banner for the wall, and on the bottom it actually has my screen name, my YouTube thing on the bottom. It was custom made just for me, and I was like, dude, that is really cool. So Rev Automotive hooked you up. He said he's got a lot more new products coming out. He's a very small company, just started, and he said he's going to send me a lot more for this year. And I was like, cool, I like to hear that. Live chat on Monday, exactly. I know it's because yesterday was a big motorcycle ride. Now riding a motorcycle just really drains it out of you. It literally, like, we had about 5 hours riding yesterday in the sun in Tampa. We were right on Tampa Bay. Actually, we were on the Gulf of Mexico. We were on Tampa Bay. We were all over the place, man. We were on Clearwater Beach. And after riding around that much, it just really wears you out. It's not like driving the car because you're more upright and moving around and doing stuff like that when you're on a motorcycle versus just, sitting back in a car like this. It's a whole different experience. Have you reviewed Glay Bar mitt from Chemical Guys? No, I haven't, Daniel. I only have the Eagle One clay mitt, and it's the same thing. Eagle One had it out they were the first ones to have a mitt out, and it's really, really good. I love the Eagle One mitt. It's probably honestly a lot cheaper. You're going to love Speed Clay. Trust me, I cannot wait to use it. From what I looked at the back, it looks identical to Eagle One's clay mitt. They all look about the same. If you purchase products from MYC, enter the code TST for free shipping on your first order. Cool. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Weekend Warrior. Good info on that one. You can use your grease if you want to strip the wax. I'm not looking to strip my wax. Did Matthew ever donate anything? No, Matthew was a bum. I'm telling you, we're going to have to get on Matthew about that one. My 6-year-old daughter saw the video of you using the foam can, and now every time I wash the car, she wants to use it. Good, good. Start teaching her how to clean the car. Honestly, as a side job, detailing can make a decent amount of money, and she could do that during high school. I know a lot of these younger people, a lot of my younger viewers are detailers on the side, and they're like 15, 16, 17, and they're just washing local cars in the neighborhood and stuff like that. And, that brings them in $100, $200 extra a week, and that's cheap money. It's easy money just washing the cars. I don't know, Kia, about your Ryobi 1600. You might want to plug it in. I'm just messing with you, buddy. I really don't know. I have my Generac, and Generac had like a 5-star review, and it was amazing. They said they make like home generators and business generators as backups, and they said they're some of the best in the industry to use. So that's why I bought it. Dr. Sudsy, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I love the subs. You guys, to me, make it fun. When you get home from work and you're tired, you really are just like, bleh, and then you come home and you see that, man, I just grew like 25, 35 subs today in one day, and I'm doing good. And then I get to see all these comments, and I get to respond to the comments. It kind of lifts up your spirits a little bit. And that's what I really like about getting to hang out with YouTube. I don't look at it like, oh my God, I need money off YouTube. I have to do all this stuff. It's different. And, but I look at it as for fun. And so for me, it's a lot of fun. What are you doing, buddy? You trying to steal the YouTube fame? Yeah. So he got to ride on his first motorcycle ride the other day. I bought him a motorcycle helmet and from Fly Racing. So I put it on, and I measured his head, put it on his head. So we went riding around the neighborhood yesterday. Here, come up and say hi to everybody. Come up and say hi to everybody. So he's 2 years old, by the way. Would you daily the Grom? Yes, I would, Reyes. Yes, I would. I only work in Orlando, so it's not far a ride for me. It's like 14 miles, so I definitely daily the Grom. I took the motorcycle to work today, but I took my sport bike to work today. What do you want? You want this? You want this? The turtle wax turtle? Here you go. I live in Canada, and the grit guards don't fit right in the buckets. Shh. And move slightly in your next figure. Yeah. I have some of the things I've used before in the past, Lightning, is that they move a little bit for me too in my one bucket, but the other buckets, they don't move in. It's just kind of weird. Like the Home Depot bucket, it doesn't move. It just locks in there tight. But the actual grit guard bucket or whatever I have, it kind of spins a little bit, just a little bit. So it's no big deal though. So what I do is I just kind of put the mid sideways across it. I don't try and spin it because then it'll just kind of spin around. Was wondering what in your GTR. What is in your GTR for tires? Air. It's just regular air. The actual Nissan dealers say that they stopped doing nitrogen a couple of years ago. That was just for serious driving, but they said that even Nissan says just use regular air now in it. Today's their first time seeing your videos, and I saw 6 of your videos, and I thought this was a pre-recorded video. No, Mr. Cruz, Jose, definitely not, man. What are you doing, Nathan? What are you doing? No, definitely not. Should I do a video on Malco? Should do a video on I don't think I've ever heard of them before. Again, these are so many new companies, and everybody's like, why don't you start your own detailing line? And I'm like, One, it's got to be thousands and thousands of dollars just to get started up. I mean, just the business license and all that stuff and getting your name copyright and all that stuff has got to cost, 15, 20,000 to have all that stuff done. And then you got to get the products made and designed and bottled for you. And you got to buy all that stuff. So you're probably in 30, 40,000, I'm guessing, just to get your foot in the door of detailing. And then you got to start recouping that money. So it can be rough. If the board's bad, why don't you take it back? Isn't Sonny's amazing? They really are. They're actually based on the north side of Orlando. I think it's Winter Park is where they're based out of, Winter Park, Florida, or Winter Park, or somewhere around there. It's kind of $100 one time. No, you can make good money on detailing. I heard most, like full paint correction, decontamination, and then this good ceramic coating, that'll run you $1,000 to $1,500 or more, depending on the size of the vehicle. If you want it done immaculately right the first time, it's not cheap to have ceramic coating done. Or some wings in stream, bro. I had food earlier, and I just got home from work, so I'm not hungry right now. How do I make my paint glossy again from being dull for a year? Jose, you're probably going to need a polishing or compounding, because what it is that makes the paint the best is you're going to need, if you want the paint to have amazing reflection, and when your paint's all swirled out and light scratches, it refracts the light coming in, so it doesn't reflect it properly. So once you get all that done, you get a good reflection. That's when you're actually going to have the best results. And then all you got to do is put nice wax and stuff on there just to protect it and be good. Looks just like you. Now, see, I wanted a DNA test on it, but she kind of got really mad when I said that. And I was just like, I don't think he's mine. So you want to piss off a woman? Ask her, tell her you want a DNA test. It's pretty funny. My neighbor and their kids to auto wash. The bristle said it's not going to scratch the clear coat. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. What are you talking about? How do you, sup, Nathan? You got people saying hi to you. Pay attention. Nah, he don't care. He doesn't care. He's just too cool. I gave him a lot of lemonade earlier, so now he's like jacked up right now. He's like all high. I have the same problem with my Canadian Tire buckets. Try and get some different buckets. All it is, just find the right one that'll lock in there tight. Have you ever tried InnerClean? Is that the new one that I just bought from Chemical Guys, that clear stuff? I just bought it, but I haven't tried it out yet. He says going to Ready Metal Skull. Oh, for sure, Aaron. If he wants to, that's fine. In the state of Florida, as long as you have your driver's permit and you've taken the MSF course, so you have the actual license, the motorcycle also permit on your license, then he can actually ride, or anybody can ride at 15 years old by themselves in the state of Florida. You don't have to have an adult with you, because obviously it's a motorcycle. You're not going to have an adult. So that's really cool. He can start riding right away at 15 if he really wants to. Have you ever seen the Dude and Blues detailing products? No, I haven't. Heard about them, but I haven't. Chad's Detailing Supplies. No, definitely not Chad's. I wouldn't call it that. You would probably know if by all the names I use, you'd probably figure out which one I'd use. Very good money in detailing. I'm sure there is. It really is. Keep detailing, however, never know when cleaning someone off a car you just don't want to do as a job. Yeah, for sure, Matthew. I wouldn't doubt that at all. What's your number one glass cleaner? Probably Stoner Car Care's Invisible Glass. I'm telling you, everybody says that's the go-to. It's not just me. Invisible Glass from Stoner Car Care, amazing. Streak-free, I use it on my helmet, motorcycle helmets. I use it on my tinted glass. I use it around the house here. It's great. It's great all around. Zero streaking, amazing stuff. How do you like the Chemical Guys synthetic detailer? I haven't. I just bought it on Thursday, so I haven't tried it out yet, buddy. I'm probably going to use it on the GTR. Because it got a little bit rained on today. I was out moving some stuff around the garage today, and it started lightly raining. It's starting to be closer to summer, so the afternoon thunderstorms. And it got rained on a little bit, so I'm sure it'll have dirty spots and dusty spots all over it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now everybody's going to see you, and they're going to make fun of you. Got to run. Thanks so much for lighting smoke. Thanks for coming by. NASA just called and said they on the EIS they can see the reflection. Actually, NASA, like Kennedy Space Center, is only a 35, 40-minute drive from me. How many wash cycles can a microfiber towel, like 3-pack? I don't know, man, because I have a ton of microfiber towels. I literally have probably about 50 microfiber towels, so I kind of go. It takes me a while to go through them all. You know what I mean? Like I just kept buying a little bit at a time, so I have tons. Okay. See, this is what happens when you give a child a lot of like sugar. He'll start going wild. Normally he's really calm, but you give him a lot of sugar and stuff, and he'll start jumping on the couch here in a little while and everything. See? This is what happens when they say, don't give that kid sugar. This is what happens. He's eating out of my hand like a cow. Where did you get your great guards? Some of them I've got from, what is it? Auto Geek, and other ones and stuff like that. I bet that's my wife writing me saying she's going to go to bed. Yep, off to bed. See you later. And do you work in detail on the side? No, I'm always busy. I do have my main job I've been with since I was in high school 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm getting kind of old. But I started in high school at my company, and I never stopped. I went to college, and I was just like, nah, I'll just stay there. When are you going to make the worst of 2018? Well, I'll tell you what, Black Magic is one of the worst I've ever tried in a long time, so they suck. So definitely one of the worst 2018. When are you going to make, let's see, what do you work? I just work in the shipping industry. Have you ever left a crevice in the car and trying to get it clean, just keeps spewing dirt and won't stop no matter how much water you spray into it? Detail a crevice in a car. What do you mean by a crevice in the car? I wouldn't pour water inside my car. Favorite color for a spray wax? Any of the lighter colors look really good with a spray wax. Your thoughts on Illinois officially banning ARs and wanting owners to turn them in? They'll be idiots there. But then again, they're stupid. There's my son's crying. Give me a second, guys. What's wrong? What's wrong? Come here. Stay out of that room. It's okay. It's okay. Here. Look at the people on TV. See? See what you got to do with? Sugar, yeah. I don't know what happened. He must have smashed his fingers in the door or something like that. You okay? You'll be okay. Oh, you try using ceramic coating on your cars? Not yet. 20% tin on hard to see out of. No, it's not hard to see out of at all. It'll be fine. It'll be so damn nice if Walmart sold immigrant parts. They really are, honestly. I think I've seen them at either AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts. They sell them, I think. What is yes? Oh my God. You okay? You're all right. You're all right. Here's a question for you. Would you ever let your wife clean your blue Prelude? She doesn't clean it at all, so it really wouldn't matter anyway. She literally doesn't clean it all, so it wouldn't matter. I don't think she's ever cleaned any ever. I was wondering if you see any of your packages order in Zephyrhills, do you? What? I wonder if you ever see any of the packages I order from Zephyrhills, do you? No, I wouldn't see them. What I do is I monitor stuff. Your option on Zymel Detail Spray. Very good. Very good. I like it a lot. Nunya, yeah, he's cute except when he smashes his hand in doors and does all kinds of stuff and gets all hyped up on cocaine and stuff like that, you know? All that sugar that drives him up the wall. Did you see the new ammo product? No, I don't, man. I don't follow ammo. McGuire's Plus Wash. It's okay, but I don't see the point of it other than like stripping your wax or stuff like that. I really don't see the point in it. Crevice like a handle or slit between. You know, you can get microfiber towels if you hold them on their side. You can get them in there and get them in there. Nathan, we're on video. You got to calm down a little bit. I knew it was a bad idea to give him lemonade, but he really wanted lemonade, and he gets all hyped up. Will you be affected by a strike at work if something happens this summer? No. No, we're financially fine. She hasn't cleaned all your... Oh, no, she doesn't clean it all, Vincente. I'm telling you the truth. Who makes the best tire shine? That depends because people... There's so many different tire shines, guys. You guys all know this, that there's aerosol cans, there's gels, and there's the cream. So it all depends on what you really want, and then I can kind of steer you in the right direction. Have you tried the Armor All headlight restoration wipes? Not yet, Freedom Fights. They're going to suck. I can tell you now they're probably going to suck, but, you know, whatever. I have 5% tin on my car, and it's awesome. Darkest you can get in Canada. It's legit. And night during the day. Yeah, I don't have any problem with mine on my Prelude. I've had 5% on like 4 or 5 different cars. Don't have a problem with it. So I'm taking your advice and I'm looking at compounds and polishers. Which brand do you recommend for my dull paint? Honestly, the best way to compound and polish would be with a DA polisher. You really should start looking into one. If you're going to start getting and compounding, polishing your own cars, you really should buy your own DA polisher and go from there because it's just a lot better. You want to see look at your people. They see you. See? Yeah, he's definitely hyped up on sugar. I tried the Miller Side Shine. I was disappointed. Why were you disappointed, buddy? Here. Yeah, you see yourself. Here. Nathan. This is what you deal with, guys. This is what I try and tell you guys about all the time. He wants to be there. Do you have the same problem when I use the tire gels? They are so sticky and hard to get off your hands. Honestly, then you need to have a degreaser to get that stuff off your tires, for really. Is 15% too dark? It depends. If you're one of those ones that's like, oh my God, it's not 100% clear, then yeah, it's going to be way too dark for you. There we go again. Let's see if he'll smash his hand again. I don't know why he does it, but he's just one of those kids that can't stop doing it. Can you do a video of polishing car by hand? Honestly, Freedom, you can definitely do it, but it's a pain in the butt. It definitely takes time. That's why they started inventing polishers, because it just makes everything so much faster. I have no kids. What the tint in my car is super dark and looks pink on the inside. Oh, geez, okay. That means it could be fading, going bad. I can't tint my front windshield only. You can tint your front windshield. I put Air Blue on my my Prelude and my 370Z. It's Air Blue. It's like 85 or 80% tint. And it doesn't really get dark or anything, but it keeps a lot of the heat out, because your front windshield is the biggest piece of glass in your car. So that actually going to absorb and trap more heat than any of the other windows. So having just that little bit of tint on there really reflects a lot of the heat, especially here in Florida where it's like, ugh. How nervous were you when you first started polishing your car? Not really. I mean, the thing is, I knew that the DA polisher I own, the Griot's Garage 6-inch DA polisher, is going to be safe even for noobs. So when you put too much pressure down on it, it automatically stops spinning. Literally, it automatically stops spinning as soon as you put too much pressure down. So you know you're screwing up if you're putting down too much pressure. So that way you gotta start taking a little bit of pressure. All you need for the polisher is, I think it's like 4 or 5 pounds worth of weight on it. So you have your hand just a little bit on there, just kind of put a little bit of pressure, and then that's all it is really for polishing. You're just guiding it here, and you're putting a little bit of pressure down here, and that's all you really need, and that's all it takes. McGuire's tire shine is freaking awesome. My tires look what I saw. Oh, you're the NXT? Yeah, that stuff's really good. Definitely, for sure. Again, I think that was Delp Tire Shine the entire time, just rebottled. He's going to be the door again. Yeah, hopefully. Well, I mean, hopefully not. We'll see here in a bit. Darkest tint we can have in Minnesota is 55%. Because you don't like sun, just tint that sucker out and just say, oh, well, bro. You know? Hey, Chad, I just got a DA polisher and CGS-V line of polishers, and I'm going to paint correct my black Mustang next week. Any tips on polishing for beginner? I actually have a video on the polishing if you want to watch. I mean, there's a lot of good pros that I'll actually teach you how to do it, like Auto Geek. Mike Phillips, he was their McGuire's head detailer for like 25 years and the instructor. But you want to start in a little small area. You want to test it out with start with a polish. See if a polish alone will remove all the defects. Polish for make it really nice smooth look from there, but you definitely need to do a small test patch first to see what you need to be working with. Off to bed while you watch the live stream tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Christian. It's okay, man. I understand. Best way to brighten up matte stripes. You're probably just gonna have to clean them. Is all it's gonna be. What? I wonder. I'm thinking maybe an all-purpose cleaner or maybe a light polish might help you out there, but I just don't want to ruin those stripes. I would definitely do a test spot for real before you go anything wild with it. Have I ever seen a SpaceX rocket launch? Yes, I have. You know the one that got lost when it made orbit a couple of months ago, like 2 months ago, it got lost. We were at Epcot that night when it actually went off, and you actually saw the light go up in the sky like this when you were at Epcot. Okay. He's hitting me in the head. See this? He's actually hitting me in the head. See? My son's violent. I tell him he's gonna be special forces one day. He's gonna be like a Navy SEAL or something like that, a Green Beret. He always is trying to sneak up on me and take me out and stuff. I have tint on my windshield. It's a sunshade strip, 5% on my car's black. No, it's a huge difference. Local cooler down now. I always leave the 5% strip about that far down on the top. It keeps the sun out of my eyes when I'm driving. I've tint on my windshield. Have you ever tried Eagle brands? What do you mean Eagle brands? I don't know what you're talking about. Amir and Zephyr Hills, do you think I will get in trouble if I find dark tint? No, dude, no. I've had that dark tint in my cars in Florida my entire life, and I've never had a problem. And that's been like 20-something years I'm driving. Okay, Nathan, I'm going to have to put you downstairs soon. Didn't like the West Coast Custom, so smell good. Didn't even I'm sudsy. Make sure you use enough of it, by the way. I think there's like 4 ounces. There's something like 2 or 3 ounces a gallon. Make sure you're actually measuring it out. You should be fine. Evo 21, love the polisher. Okay. $100 fine and the cops makes you take it off during the traffic stop. Nah, I've never had a problem. I've literally, let's see, I got my first car I bought myself in 1997, and I put 5% limo tint on it. Never had a single problem with it. I've had limo tint for 20-something years, and I've never had a problem with it in Florida. People in Florida, they just don't care. I haven't tried many air refreshers already, Brian. I don't know what kind of air fresheners you want, but I've tried a lot. Yeah, Dalton, I know. That's what happens when you give a kid sugar. This is what you guys are witnessing. For all you guys that don't have kids yet, this is what having a kid is like. You give him sugar, and this is what happens. He's wired and wired and wired. He's trying to get a GTR for himself. He's actually, I let him sit on my lap and kind of steer the GTR. He doesn't really know what he's doing, but he does hold it and stuff like that. What company do you work for? I'm in the shipping company. That's all I will say. What's up, Zach? See? Dad life. Dad life right here. This is dad life, guys. Do you have an active account codes? No, I don't have any active account cards. All right, nice. Oh, yeah, active discounts? Yeah, most of those companies that send me stuff have it. It's usually just Accord 79, just the way it's spelled. ACC0RD79. That's my codes. Nathan, I'm going to put you downstairs soon. And then he'll really start crying. If I put him downstairs, he will rage. Limo tint at 5%. Canada never had a problem with it. Yeah, my Blue Prelude has been all the way into Toronto. It's been to Toronto and then over from there. You know what I mean? It actually goes, I've been around. We went to Niagara Falls, then we went across the border into Canada, then went up to Toronto, and we stayed the night up there, and then we came back around the other side of the thing. But I didn't have any issues at all. Thoughts on 2019 Camaro? I heard a lot of people are dogging it. I don't know. I like the Camaro more than Mustang, but if they screwed up too bad, I don't know. Oh, my God. Racer's Edge. Jeez, dude. Keep up the amazing product reviews minus black car. Dude, everybody, the funny thing is I had so many people asking me about it. They're like, you've got to try this. You got to try it. And I'm like, it's going to suck. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, no, it's concentrated now. I'm like, dude, it's going to suck. It's $4. It sucked pretty bad. Racer's Edge. Thank you so much. That's the second $25 donation I've received in the last week. Thank you so much. I mean, again, after spending what are you coming down off your high now, buddy? After spending like $105, it's just like it. You know, I don't request it, but thank you so much, Racer's Edge. You are like always there for me. I see it all the time. Drove over there once. They got fined for over Clewiston. I don't know, man. I don't have any problems. Those little rinky-dink towns, they've got nothing to do. In the bigger towns, they could care less. Thoughts on that little company, David Hawk? He's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. He's too young. I just think he doesn't know anything yet. Hey, what's up, LA worker? What's up, buddy? Only windows you can't tint in Nova Scotia are the drivers and side passenger windows. Yeah, but are they actually going to pull it off? You know what I mean, Matthew? Are they actually going to take the time to pull it off? How's the weather out there? Yes, it is hot. It was like 86 degrees. Dude, it's getting hot. Like in the building, our building doesn't have AC. It's just a warehouse, as you would assume, unless you're in the offices. And Nathan, no, you have to stay down. Stay down there. See what he does? He does that before, and he actually has fallen off before, so that's why I put him down. Yeah, it was like 86 degrees today. It's really hot. Now, look, this is what, here again, parenting 101. This is what happens. They just want to roll around and throw a temper tantrum. It's pretty funny. I'm 14. I do detailing with a friend of mine. We paint, correction, foam washes, streaming. How many tips for one-step buffs? Maria, there's a couple ones from Grillo's Garage that's all-in-one polish. You should check that out. It will polish and seal at the same time or something like that. I think it's the polish and sealing at the same time. Check into that real quick when you get some time. I think those are for sale at some of your local stores like AutoZone, Advanced Auto. But if not, you can get it online for sure. The thing is, if you're going to get a tint ticket, just pay the tint ticket and just go on with life. It doesn't put points on your license like speeding or an accident would. It's just a fix-it ticket, so just pay the ticket and just go on with life. It's the same thing. One time my car was it was in a repair shop at Honda, just getting something fixed, and I actually got a ticket in my dad's car. It had a burnout taillight bulb, and he pulled me over. And I'm like, it's not even my car. Look at it. I'm driving mine. Mine's at the Honda dealer right down the street. And he was like, well, you're driving it, so you're responsible for it. He was one of those dickhead cops. The whole rest of the day, he was out there on that road stopping people all day long. So the one day I came back by, I was like, fuck you out the window at him. He just looked at me because I was like, you're a dick and a half, man. I was younger and I was delivering pizzas during the morning. In between college, I was delivering pizzas, and then I still worked in the shipping company at night. And so I was delivering out of my dad's car with a Pizza Hut thing, and he stopped me. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I said, look, it's my dad's car. We'll put it in your light bulb. And I said, I didn't even know. He's like, well, you're responsible. And, of course, my dad says, well, you got the ticket under your name, so you're going to pay for it. And I'm like, so it was just stupid. I was pretty pissed off. One of those loser cops that had nothing better to do. 40 degrees in Kansas. No, dude, it's hot, man. My arms are just like getting darker and darker. I can see it. I can feel it starting to put on. What's your favorite ride at Disney World? Disney World ride. Disney World, like the Magic Kingdom, or are we talking about all the parks at Disney? Does Walmart still sell Grillo's car shampoo? I haven't seen it at mine. HD Speed. There you go. That's a good one for you right there, Maria. You're all right about that one for us. I was just trying to find her something that would be easy to find locally. Though HD Speed, she's going to have to order. Ow! I saw that. That's what happens when you're juiced up too much. Will you ever try Ammo NYC? In the future, I will, Brandon. But right now, I got to get all the over-the-counter stuff out. Should be sleep so I can go to school tomorrow. No, dude. Just do whatever you got to do, man. If you need to go to sleep, don't worry about this. You can always watch the live stream later. It's not going to affect you one way or another. School number one, and then go from there. You know, you don't want to be a dummy out there and not have any skills, not be able to work and stuff like that. So please remember that. You got to get your schooling first, and then you can go from there. That's what you need. And don't go to college and get one of these stupid like bachelor of like whatever degrees, liberal arts. It's like you got nothing. You've learned nothing. So you're never going to get a good paying job. Get a job that's in high demand. Your medical fields, engineering, stuff like that. Those are the jobs that are going to pay very good, and you're going to get a job like that with it. So understand that. A lot of people go, my liberal arts degree, why am I not getting paid more than $30,000 a year? And it's like, you're an idiot. And they spent like $50,000 or $60,000 to go to that college. And I'm like, you're an idiot. You needed a job. Like if you were a nurse, you would be making like $60,000 your first year and be hired instantly off the road. So it's like, you got to think about that. But whatever. That's a whole different topic. Come to Texas. Come try the best Whataburger. We had Whataburger in North Florida my whole life. They just don't have Whataburger in Central Florida. They have it in Pensacola, Tallahassee, and Jacksonville, Florida. But they don't have it in Central Florida. Have you tried Scent Bomb? No, I have not. He's a tough dude. He hits himself all the time. I don't know. He goofs off too much and then he forgets what he does. And then he goes, boom, and he hits himself all the time. About to get to sleep. Maybe. Yeah, he pulled off the comforter off that small. There's a small bed in there for guest room, and he just pulled it off. Is the garage a mess? It's a bit messy. A lot of boxes everywhere. One of these days, I am going to sit down there and clean out the garage because I want to get all the boxes out of there, compress down all the stuff, and put it in the shelves in that walk-in area closet. But the walk-in closet where like all the lawn mowing stuff is and whatever is a lot of Christmas stuff in there. So that's where we put our Christmas supply. So I kind of shovel it around some and kind of sort it out. You know what I mean? I am out for the win. Thanks so much, Forrest, for stopping by. Big shout out to you, buddy. I'm reading through everybody's comments. Doodoo Juice. The funny thing is that you asked that when I was at Detail Fest. See that? That's actually their Orange Crush wax, but I've never actually tried any of their products. I know they're based out of England. Habit Hamburger Restaurant. Never tried that. I've only been to Texas one time my entire life. What's the best scratch remover? You're probably just going to need a polish. Get like a Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. And that'll probably get out your scratches really easy. They may get Scratch X 2.0, but all it is a polish. Just get the Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. Got any plans to testing some interior detailing products? Well, I did get the new Chemical Guys interior cleaner, the one that just cleans the dash and all that stuff. I forgot what it's called. It's clear. I did buy that at Walmart. You'll see that, and that should be out. Yeah, dude. Sweet tea right here. This is sweet tea in there. I love it. Generator pressure washer. It was $280 with free shipping from Home Depot. So just go on HomeDepot.com and they had a free shipping on it. It was $280. So free shipping, and worked out because the damn thing is like, 68, 69 pounds. So it would have cost a ton in shipping. It probably cost $50 in shipping. So it was a good deal. That's the way I see it. Any new polishing videos? I keep wanting, let's see. My wife is going out of town this weekend to Jacksonville, Florida for her mom's birthday, and I'm going to stay here. So I'll be home alone all weekend. So maybe I'll be able to get out the Chemical Guys VSS video on my GTR this weekend. I've been meaning to try it, but I just need an entire day to get stuff done. Is Gold Class shampoo and conditioner foamy? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Hydro. It's really good. I don't know what we're sending me. Have to try it. Get Armor All Glass Cleaner, bro. I actually have it, and it was actually pretty decent. Hey, Chad, how much was your pressure washer? Yeah, you already saw that, $280. Have you seen the modifications been done to make the Amazon foam cannon spray thicker? I've seen a lot of people talking about some changes to some stuff, but when I tested it out the other day, I think I tested this out like last Wednesday or Thursday when I did the video for you guys. Again, I record them before I do it. Yeah, it was there. Dude, the foam cannon, this is really good. Now, don't get me wrong. This is good, but this is $80 for a sticker. This is $16.99. If they're both identical, I mean, look at them. Other than the little plastic top up top versus just a brass knob, there's no difference. The bottle size is a little bit bigger with Chemical Guys. You see the bottle size is a little bit bigger. But generally, that's about it. Nathan, you okay? Dude, he's out. Let's go look at him. I want to make sure he's okay because I know he did hit his head. So let's look at him a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Get some sleep. I won't bother you. I'm sorry. Man, he is out. He's like falling asleep on camera. He's so tired. Yeah, I guess he didn't take a nap today. That was why. The problem is if you don't take a nap, yeah, dude, he crashed. I mean, he took the comforter off the 2 bedrooms up here are actually spare bedrooms. And then there's 2 bathrooms right there. There's like a Jack, they call it Jack and Jill. So you have 2 bathrooms right here, toilets, and they have a shower in the middle they share. So it's really cool. There you go. Have you tried Chemical Guys wet mirror glaze? No, I have not. What's your movie you're watching? Anything on TV? Right now, it's Nick Jr. is on TV right now. I'm back. Yeah, Nathan's just out, man. He's out for the count. It's funny when he does this because he gravitates more towards me than my wife just because of the fact that he's with me a lot more. So he always really wants to be near me all the time. And because I watch him more than she does because of her work schedule. So I'm the one that puts him to bed and all that stuff. So he hangs out with me during the day. So he has more of a father-daddy bond, I think, than father-mom bond or baby son and mother bond, like normal. It's just because I'm with him more and we do a lot more stuff often. So he doesn't want to sleep by his own self. So he'll come out here and just kind of, sometimes he just lays and just passes out right there. It's pretty funny. How much ounces would you use a foam cannon with Gold Class shampoo? Probably somewhere around 4 to 5 Hydro. I've noticed that a lot of the over-the-counter soaps that aren't generally made for the foam cannon usually take a little bit more, 4 to 5 ounces, and that's where it'll start working. Can I rent a room from you? I don't think my wife wants to rent any rooms out. Are you a stay-at-home dad? No, I work. I still work. I work in my shipping company. Every evening I go in. Chemical Guys, banana spray wax, or butter wet wax? Butter wet wax all day long. TKO for the night. Yeah, dude, this is the life of my son. Polish, seal, then you can wax. Yes. Are you going to change your Gorilla Scratch polisher? These Roops and Flex, they are. I was going to buy a Flex polisher at Gorilla Scratch Detail Fest, or I'm sorry, Auto Geeks Detail Fest when I was at Palm Beach. I actually got to test it out. And it was really, really good. It had like a 15 millimeter pass. I mean, it's a big rotation, big throw on it. And but even with their discount, it was $369. And then the funny thing is, AutoGeek has sent a thing about they were giving off of, I think it was like 20% off or 25% off all polishers. And it was cheaper to buy it then than even at Detail Fest. And I was like, what the heck? But I just said I just couldn't put down $329 for a polisher that I don't use more than once or twice a year on average. I just clean up my cars, and then, because I keep them myself, they don't usually get millions of swirls in them, so I only have to really polish my car once a year. So it's hard for me to spend that kind of money on it. But as well, I have a 5-year-old son trying to balance work, school, and soccer practice. Yeah, dude, having a kid has been one of the best things you can ever do. I'm telling you, it changes your entire life having a kid. Good night, man. Thanks so much, Rio, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I like the streams because I can ask questions. Yep, exactly, Hydro. A lot of people like this stuff. And anybody can watch it later. And that's the cool thing. You guys can watch it whenever you want later. And I'm more than welcome to. I'm welcoming you into my home. This is upstairs. This is like a second living room upstairs. It's like my gaming room. You're on the gaming PC right now. The big TV's up there. The video game systems are all over the place. It's just kind of a chill area here for us to just hang back out. Do you wash your cars at Weiss Fan Direct Sunlight? Yeah, I have to. I have to wash during the day, obviously, and it's just kind of the way it goes. DJ, that's good info right there. Again, I have heard a lot of people buying it, but I personally haven't used it. Shade is your best choice, but no shade. It doesn't bother me. One thing I do with my cars when I'm actually washing them in the sun because of if I'm worried about the heat or it's like really windy and I'm worried about it drying, every time I wash down a section, I just kind of lightly spray down the rest of the car so I keep it wet. That's generally what I do. What do you have in the fridge? Just a bunch of stuff. A bunch of food and snacks and whatever. Anything you recommend for a matte finish? Just bought a BMW. A matte like that stuff. Now, I do know a couple companies now are really starting to get into the matte game, like for matte finishes or God, what's it called? The wraps. They'll have that kind of stuff that's actually made for it. It's a different thing, and but I'm sure like a regular car soap will be just fine. But there is a lot of companies now starting to make soaps for matte finishes and wraps and stuff like that. What's the latest you washed your car? Probably around midnight. Before, when I was doing something, I just had some work lights out there right in front of the garage, and I kind of had it like there. I didn't want to be very loud though, because it was so late at night. It'd be really quiet. Carport at my parents' house. Yeah, we're not allowed to have carports in my neighborhood. You're not allowed to have tents in your neighborhood. Not allowed to have anything. Crazy stuff. Have you got any Mountain Dew game fuel left? Yeah, I probably have some downstairs. How often do you wash your car? It depends. Usually once every week or once every 2 weeks, I at least wash my car. Ever miss the old Z? Only once in a great while, but I just wasn't using it enough. Like, I'm starting to feel like I might want to sell my white Prelude whenever it does get fixed because I just haven't had it in like 5 months. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. You should do a video on shampooing your wife's seats. Why would I shampoo them when they're leather seats? All I do is use leather cleaner on it. Use Gold Class on it and left streaks all over. A nightmare. No Coca-Cola vanilla tonight. No, it's just Sunny's sweet teas in this. Sweet tea. Do a shampoo video. I've done a lot of products where you clean the carpets. You just got to kind of go back. Remember, I've had this channel for what, 3 or 4 years? So I probably have something like 400 or 500 review videos out there. I don't like the matte finish because one mistake you have to repaint the surface and you're limit of what you bought. Yeah, you probably just have to have something that's not very aggressive. That's the biggest thing. Any tip on applying paste wax by hand? Not really. 2 ways you can do it. You can either do circular motions, but you have to make sure your applicator pad is completely void of any little particles on it. If you're really paranoid, you can always apply it in straight lines. If you apply it in straight lines, if there's anything in there, it's not going to create the swirling effect, and you'll be a lot better off. I'm back, Kia Bass. About how much on average water you use when you wash a car? I don't know, Hydro. I don't know. It's just on the little nozzle where I hold it and I release it. So I don't know. Maybe like 20 gallons max. I mean, it's not a lot because you figure you fill up each bucket and then you just spray down the car one section at a time and then just dry it off. You have 20,000 subscribers. I know, Adam. It's not really 20,000 isn't a lot in the bigger game. I feel like in the last 2 months the channel has really started to explode. I don't know what happened. I'm just kind of happy that it has, and I'm just going to kind of ride it out as long as I can. Best no-touch wheel cleaner. I have never tried a wheel cleaner where I just spray it on and I can just wash it off. Never. There's always dirt left on every single wheel I've ever tried. I spray them on. It'll get off a lot of the dirt, but then you put your hands on there or use a microfiber towel and there'll still be dirt on there, okay? Nothing on, no wheel cleaner I've ever tried is just spray on and spray off, okay? You will have to get in there and agitate it. You will have to get rid of it like that. And then you just kind of dry it at the end. Your son passes out. Yeah, he does. He's just gone, man. He'll be like this for maybe like an hour or so, and then he'll pop up, which just gives me time to work on videos because I need to get out. I remember I haven't made the Black Magic video wash or the Rain-X spray wax or tomorrow's thing. I've recorded them, but they're not edited on the video yet. Did you get your Rex return, or do you? We owe money. My wife makes too much money, Scorpion. That's the problem. When you make big money, you pay in. Even though she pays in. Last year, she paid in $30,000 or $35,000 in taxes last year. I'm sure you guys are like having heart attacks right now, but she paid in a butt ton of money last year. How do I know if the wheel's clear coated? Some wheel sprayers should not use bare aluminum. Most wheels, like if they're painted, they're going to be clear coated. Is bleachy white okay for wheels? It's pretty aggressive stuff. It's pretty old stuff. I don't know if I'd use it very much, especially when you have some other stuff. Clay bar, you usually only need to clay maybe like twice a year, but if you've never clayed before, you definitely need to clay bar your car. It's probably pretty bad shape. Armor All head wipes are going to be worth it when you try them. Really hope you don't make another. Well, it'll be hitting on the plastic headlight, so it shouldn't be a problem on the plastic. So it really won't be a problem. I don't think it's going to work anyways. I don't have any hopes for it. But that'll be a great video. If it sucks, that means it'll be on the top worst products for 2018. If it's good, it'll shock the crap out of me. So it should be good either way. We'll see how it works. I just saw your foam cannon video. I'm glad I ordered foam cannon on Amazon last night. Thank you so much, David. I really do appreciate it. I'm getting lots of views very fast on that video. Lots of good thumbs up on it. I really do appreciate it. You know, when you guys interact with it, you guys leave a thumbs up for it. Let's say you watch the entire 6-minute video of it. YouTube's analytics sees that, oh, man, people are really interacting with it, and they're watching the entire video of it. It must be a really popular video, so it kind of pushes it up further and further and further in the search results. And so it helps me every time you guys just do those little things. You know, even if you don't watch the whole video, if you just let it play, you know, stuff like that really does help because YouTube analytics goes, man, this is pretty popular. All these people want to see the whole video, and they're all interacting, and they're all leaving thumbs up. Sweet. Let's keep pushing this one up. Good. And it helps the channel because then if more and more people see the videos, then it means they see my channel, and then they subscribe, and it just keeps growing the channel. It's little stuff like that that helps. Just buy the Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner. You should be pretty impressed with a Kia. It's no big deal. I see some people using hose to clean their carpet. I would never use a hose to clean my carpet, Aaron. Wrap your GTR. No, I like the red. Should try Armor All wax wipes. No. No more wipes are touching my paint. Just thought some turtle wax spray wax. Have they changed anything since they revised? No, the only thing they changed was just the labeling. The labeling has changed a little bit over time, but that's all. You get the new banner up for the garage the other night? I did. It's hung up yet, but that's all I've done. I've hung it up. I sent the picture to Bill from Rev Automotive. Thanking him very much, of course, for sending it to me. Like, I thank everybody. If people donate, if people send me stuff, if these companies send me stuff, I always take a time to write a nice little note to the guys, these big companies, stuff like that, thanking them for what they do is supporting my channel. And so I made sure I thanked them for what I did because, of course, that banner probably cost him $40, $50. So I want to take the time to thank him for what he did. Thoughts on Gold Class Paste Wax? Very good carnauba wax for the level it's at like $9 or $10. It's a very good carnauba. It's not the best carnauba wax in the world, but for over the counter, you should be very happy with the results. Anyone else spray wash the radiator for bugs? Texas so bad, spring bug. Yeah, I've actually sprayed down the stuff like that before, but usually the front of the car catches it more than the radiator. I miss good content because of YouTube analytics. I feel it. You know, I don't know how analytics works. A lot of the really big ones that are millions of subscribers, they are so worried about it. And they have to kind of be in tune to whatever the new analytics engine says they need to do in order to do it. Because they're so worried that they'll have like, millions of subs and they'll only get like 90, 100,000 views per video. And they're always like, why am I not getting way more views when I have 1 million subscribers? So then they have to like, figure out what is YouTube looking for today? What are they doing? And that's the thing. It really worries a lot of the big channels because YouTube always changes how their videos are pushed as suggested videos or featured videos and all that stuff. So they have to now change and adapt to whatever's new. And it kind of drives me nuts. Thoughts on Turtle Wax Ice Spray Wax. Excellent spray wax. I was I remember trying it probably like 3 years ago when it first came out, and was blown away so much by the water beating and sheeting off of it. I was just like, holy crap, this is amazing. And I've always told them, I was like, that's amazing stuff, and highly recommended. Thoughts on Central Florida car scene? It's pretty busy here. There's a lot of good car stuff here. A lot of stance cars around here. You're in Kissimmee, so you know a lot of stance cars. I'm not into the stance scene by whatsoever. I think they're kind of silly, but they're everywhere here. I don't know why. Totally worth $14. Have you used waxing applicator precision? No, I don't even know what that is. I feel the big channels get recommended. They really do extreme, and here's why. You know, when you have the they're monetizing their videos. I even monetize my videos. So monetizing basically means that you allow ads to be put before your videos or during the middle of your videos. So you're monetizing them. So basically YouTube gets a cut of the ad revenue, and then they give you the other cut of it, right? And that's part of the agreement you sign. And you have to fill out all this like W-2s and all that stuff or whatever it is. Anyways, so what would you do as a YouTuber? Would you want the big channels that have a million subscribers to get all the views? Or would you want something with 1,000 subscribers to get all the views? Because think about this. If you're going to have tons and tons of ad revenue, don't you want it on the channel that's going to get way more views than this little dinky channel down here? And that's basically how it goes. So that's why the really big channels are really, really pushed right now. And a lot of the bigger YouTubers are starting to complain about that they're like, whoa, what's going on? My channel used to get so many views. Now all I see is stupid content from Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon and stuff like that. What the crap are they doing on YouTube? YouTube is meant for the people, not to be another TV outlet. But those big, I guess, those big TV things are just pushing and pushing and pushing and huge ad revenue. And, you know, so you see a lot of them do it. Stance to GTR. No way in hell. I'm not 5 years old. Thoughts on Adam's Polisher's Wheel Cleaner. It's pretty decent stuff. You shouldn't have any problems. Mastersons, might try the soap. Okay, Dalton, somebody contacted me on the video and said that my Accord 79 discount code is gone. So I contacted Greg. Let's see if he wrote me back yet. No, he hasn't. And I wrote him already. As soon as I saw him, I actually videoed the message on YouTube. And I said, look, check this out. People are saying my discount code is gone. What can we do to fix this to generate more? So we'll see what happens. Because somebody said that the code expired. And I'm like, expired? Because every company gives me a code, the Accord 79 code, as their code to save 15% off. Low and slow. Oh, God, do I know. And it's always Civics. It's always Civics. And they're like, and they're like barely going down the road. I can't stand it. When I moved here from North Florida, I've never seen so many slow drivers in my life. The speed limit is 50 or 45. Do 45, 50, maybe 5 over 50 or 55 miles an hour. They do 30 or 35 everywhere you go. This is not New York, and this is not the islands. Get your ass out of the way. I cannot stand the slow drivers down here. I'm like, move your ass out of the way. I went back down. We went to Miami on that cruise a couple weeks ago. Zoom, hauling ass. Yesterday in Tampa, boom, gone. It's only in Kissimmee. I've never seen this many slow drivers in my life. I hate it here. Just notice your son asleep behind you. Yeah, he's peaceful now. He was pretty wild earlier. Applicators with the grip. Liberty Walker GTR. No, I am not 10 years old, people. I'm not 10 years old. Those are like 10-year-old kids that are doing that stuff to their cars. You ever notice that? They're like teenagers, like, oh my God, daddy, credit card paid for this. Oh my God. And you're like, oh, Jesus, you know? Or they do it all and they still live with their parents. It's like, that's so fucking stupid. Oh, can't handle it. Coming to Texas, 80 miles per hour. I'm telling you, yesterday I probably averaged on Interstate 4 between Kissimmee and Tampa, I was probably averaging about 80 to 84 miles an hour in the minivan. And we were just scooting along. I was like, yeah, I love it. I bet you had a bunch of Civics try and keep up with your GTR. I don't let anybody mess with me because you'll have a couple of that they'll pull up next to you. If they don't give you like a thumbs up, like, oh, sweet car or whatever, then they might rev or something and you're just like, whatever. Now, I'll give you one example. Down the street where I live, and I was coming down. I forgot where I was coming down at. Anyways, a Civic Si pulled out in front of me. He didn't know I was there. He didn't obviously see. He pulled out of a Publix somewhere, and he decided to floor it. I guess he was just going to, like, you know, have a good time with it. And he floored it, and I think he got to like 75, 80. Well, I was staying on his tail. Once I guess he kind of topped out, Like I went right around him. I just straight up gunned it, went right around with the GTR, and I just smoked his tail off. And then he tried to catch up. I was gone. I was looking down, doing over 100 miles an hour, and I was just laughing my ass off. Like, is that all you got? It was a Civic Si. I was laughing pretty bad at it. But then I gave him a thumbs up after he finally caught up, and I slowed down at a red light. He did no idea that what was behind him because he was like flooring it. And I was just like right on his tail. I'm like, is that all you got? Come on, keep hitting the gas. And it was pretty funny. Yeah, I've never seen it. Like everywhere else in Florida with speed limit, everybody does 5 to 10 over. I come to Kissimmee, and I don't know where Reyes is. I'm going to guess, Mr. Reyes, you're either from New York, New Jersey, or Puerto Rico. I'm guessing, right? Now, I'm probably 90% right that you're from New York, New Jersey, or Puerto Rico. And I've never seen it. The Northerners are the slowest damn drivers I've ever seen in my life. They come down here and they just putt. Oh, there's missed my turn. Go over 3 lanes and take out 2 cars. Yes, today on the way to work, I was taking Boggy Creek. Mr. Reyes knows where that is. And I saw 2 separate accidents within a quarter mile. I'm blown away. Just the drivers are awful here. I'm ready to get out of Kissimmee so bad, but we don't really want to spend more money to move again. What's your spray wax of choice for the GTR? Spray wax. I love Gorilla's Garage. I love the Turtle Wax Ice. I love the Meguiar's Ultimate. What else have I tried that I really, really like spray wax wise? I'm trying to think of some other ones. Right now, my mind is drawing a blank. I know. I'm getting old and I'm tired. So that's why. GTR should beat the GT350 all day. I did a car bomb smell from Meguiar. So nice, man. Dude, great. Good to hear it, man. And that's what I want. What I enjoy doing is when you guys get to see my videos, you give me your feedback that you've had in the past, and then you come back here and tell me you've tried it and it worked for you or it didn't work for you. But when I have the majority of people saying, "Hey, thanks so much, it worked great, just like you showed it," then I'm like, "Cool, thanks." So I always respond to those people in the comments because I want other people to see, "Hey, I'm trying to be real with you and keep a real view with you guys." So that way I'm not lying or anything like that. How possible is it to daily a GTR with like 1,000 miles plus a month? I see people that do it all the time in the GTR community. There's a couple of GTRs for sale with like 90-something thousand miles, and they literally daily drive it every day. Me personally, it's a toy car for me, so it just sits in the garage, and I drive it a couple times a week, maybe. You know what I mean? I like to drive my motor. I like to ride the motorcycles a lot. I love that feeling of riding a motorcycle. But on the other days, it usually flips between the GTRs and maybe usually the Prelude most of the time. Found the Black Ice Smell version. Love it. When's the Mother Speed Clay coming out? Well, here's the deal. If this weekend we have some really clear days and I can get the Chemical Guys VSS video done with the polisher done, I will use that time to actually use the clay speed bar on the GTR, and that's when I'll test it out. But it literally is the exact same look almost on the back as the Gorilla's Garage Clay Mitt, so I'm telling you, it's probably the same. But the Gorilla's Garage Clay Mitt has a more surface area to work with than the small like clay bar, the Gorilla one. How fast is the Stinger compared to the GTR? The Stinger is fast, but it's not even on the level of GTR. Stinger is, I think it does 0 to 60 in like 4 point something seconds, but the GTR does 0 to 60 with launch control at like 2.7, 2.8 seconds. So it's kind of like, that's a 2-second difference. I mean, that's huge in a drag race. It's gone, but the Stinger's fast, but it's just different. You know what I mean? The one thing I'm hoping about is that the Stinger does so good that Honda wakes up and goes, "Oh my God, we need to compare with the Stinger. What do we got? We got a brand new Accord out. Let's bring an Accord Type R version over to North America, because Japan has had Type Rs, Europe has had Type R Accords, but America, like typical, you don't get nothing, you sorry people." That's why the Type R Civics are such in demand right now that most dealerships are asking $10,000 or $20,000 over sticker price. Now, most of them don't get that, but some of the dealerships were, and that's just, to me, is insanity. A $34,000 car you're asking $47,000, $48,000 for? It's like, what? It's a Civic, guys. Maybe you get $1,000 or $2,000 over, but not 10 or 15,000 over sticker. Now you're putting me in a thing. Well, now if I'm spending $47,000, what other kind of cars can I get at $47,000? You know what I mean? I can get a nice used BMW M or something like that that would toast this little Civic Type R. There's just they open up too much of a big world there. Lucas Spray Wax is excellent, Ranger. Excellent. I'm trying to scoot through everybody's comments, so please bear with me. He's in Long Island. Great video chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if Mr. Reyes responded to my comments. Oh, I can't stand the Taurus. I can't stand 192, bro. I just can't stand it, Mr. Reyes. I'm just like, ooh, you know what I mean? But Reyes, can I ask you, was I right? Are you from New York, New Jersey, or Puerto Rico? If I'm wrong, just let me know. But tell me, are you from New York, New Jersey, or Puerto Rico? I just want to test out my theory and see if I'm right here. The only reason I ask is because your last name is Reyes, so I figure you're Puerto Rican, so that's why I ask. And I just want to know, because we all know Kissimmee is Puerto Rico, and I just wanted to see if I'm right about that. I'm out for the night. Keep them coming. Thanks a lot, Racer Judge. Thank you so much, as always. You don't ever have to donate, and yet for some reason, you keep opening your wallet for me, and I really do appreciate that. The channel is just, it helps offset some of those big costs, but I love it, and I don't mind spending the money, but I appreciate it so much, dude. Can you use spray wax on glass? Yeah, I've definitely done it before, Scorpion Boy. I've definitely done it. I drive a Passat, and I'm almost smacked a Duramax today. You better watch out what you're doing, buddy. It's my mom's car, 2015 Mazda 3i tuning. I'm just trying to, or you should go in the world, no matter where you go, there's always smashes everywhere. No, they're way higher here, Matthew, than I've ever seen. And I was born in Fort Lauderdale, lived in Hollywood, Florida, moved up to Pensacola, Florida for elementary, went to Jacksonville, Florida for high school, moved to Clearwater, Florida for 2 years after high school, and then I went back to Pensacola to finish college, and I stayed up there for a couple of years afterwards, and then we moved down here to Kissimmee, Florida. So I've lived in every corner of Florida. I've driven over half the country now. I've driven in Europe. I've never seen such bad drivers till I came to Kissimmee. Never in my life. Maybe the Stinger instead of the Civic Type R. If you're talking $47,000, you'd rather have the Stinger with the 360 something horsepower. You will be kicking some tail around here. And it's a Kia. Kia's resale value is going up through the roof. Same as Hyundai. Their quality is Kia was rated the best of the least amount of repairs for 2018 of all cars. It's pretty nuts how that works out. Kia used to be garbage back 15, 20 years ago, and now they're that better quality in Toyota and Honda. It's just like, what? It's crazy. If you get a chance, Hydro Slick, recharge, and modeled. Are you going to try CarPro? Probably in the future. The funny thing is, CarPro keeps following me on Instagram, right? And I see them, they follow me, then they must unfollow me again. I don't get it. Why follow somebody, then I'll unfollow, and then follow them again? And I'm like, whatever. Anyways, I'm just waiting for them to finally contact me and say, hey, try some of our stuff, and then I'll definitely do it. If I'm paying over 40, I'm not getting anything short of BMW. Honestly, BMWs are getting outrageous. They're like talking 50,000 for a nice BMW anymore nowadays. So inflation is going through the roof, and it's taking car prices up. Like a Civic is now like $21,000, $22,000, and you're like, what? Like, and a basic Accord is like $24,000. And back in 10 years ago, you get a Civic for like $16,000, $17,000. So inflation is definitely going up. I'm not too scared of driving the GTR in Kissimmee. I mean, I leave myself a lot more space everywhere I go. Obviously, I don't go crazy with it. Always just pay attention. Expect every single side road. If a car's on the side road, expect them to pull out on you, because I've had it a lot before where they pull out right in front of you. You just tend to start seeing what people do, and you'll see this a lot of times in traffic. That's when the wrecks happen almost all the time. It's always somebody texting. You'll see the head down, and it's a green light, and they're just doing this. And then I honk at people all the time here. The funny thing is here, I don't hear a lot of people honking. Like, you go to South Florida, and if it's green for like a second, it's like honk. I mean, they're that crazy down like Fort Lauderdale, Miami. As soon as it goes green, you better be on the gas, or they're getting people honking at you left and right because they want to make that light, and they're just not going to be dicked over. So it's pretty bad. A Hellcat. Hellcats are pretty expensive for sure. I don't know how well they hold their value, though. I saw it was like a 2015 or 2016 Hellcat pop up. I remember I bought my GTR used at an exotic car dealership in Palm Beach at Marina Performance Autos, and they just have one in for sale. It originally has only like 5,000 original miles. It's a 2015. I think they're asking $54,000 for it, and it's like a 2015 or 2016 Hellcat. It's a 4-door. So it's really cool, but you know, I don't know if you're gonna be like a typical Dodge where it's gonna be like this so fast in resale value. It's like, ugh, that's the only thing. You know what I mean? Like American cars, they don't age very good either. They just don't look good after a certain amount of years. To me, they just lose. I want a car that still looks sexy 20 years later. Like the Preludes, they have just a beautiful look to it. I love it. You know what I mean? Okay, this is driving me nuts. I don't care about all these messages on the thing. No, you love all the videos. Northwest Iowa, man, Iowa. You don't hear many people that watch YouTube videos or car detailing videos from Iowa. Welcome, buddy. Okay, we've got to shut that down now. I should around. I've got hit 40 plus in the rear, just sitting at a red light. I'm telling you, dude, I hate it here. As a matter of fact, Black Box, my car, which is a dash cam, a reseller that sells dash cams, they have a YouTube channel. And they have their stuff out right now. Hold on. I don't understand what I'm getting all these messages. And I'm like, oh, my God, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want all these damn messages. Like, seriously. There. Like, seriously. I'm getting so many stupid messages. It's absolutely driving me nuts. And I don't want the messages anymore. Here, it's like going nuts. I'm like, holy hell. Like, I don't know what channel I'm in. It's from Discord. It's crazy. Aloha from Hawaii, brother. Elderly person, you're golden. There's really not a lot of elderly people in Kissimmee. Mostly it's like young, middle-aged people in Kissimmee. It's not really older stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, nobody does any of that stuff here. They don't do any of that garbage. Supposedly texting and driving is illegal in Florida now. But from what I heard from my friend that's a police officer, it's a secondary thing. So it's big for them. I have got to get the fuck out of here. It's just I'm so sick of it going off. Hold on, guys. Like, I don't understand why. It's like I don't want this stuff on right now. Notifications. No. Done. There we go. That should help. Okay, sorry about that, guys. What's a good microfiber? Okay, the microfibers I buy that are usually for like $3 for $14 or $3 $15. That's the ones I buy right there. Best way to build credit. Oh my God, Jesus! I don't understand why Discord is going up the wall. It's like all I hear is beep, 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 and it's like stop bothering me. Here, don't care, don't care. There we go. There. That hopefully that should do it. Mute on there. Hopefully that works. Okay. I'm watching from Nebraska. Wow. See, the funny thing is it's interesting listening to where you guys are from. There's some parts of the United States out here that I guess aren't that much into detailing. So it's actually pretty damn cool when you see all that stuff. Best way to build credit. You're going to have to get a small credit card, buddy. By the way, get like a gas card, honestly, or like a $500 credit card from your credit union or whatever. And just use it for gas and then pay it off every single month. Pay it off, pay it off, pay it off, pay it off. Don't ever be late on it. Pay it early. As soon as that bill hits, pay it immediately. Pay it off. If it's $100, you pay it off as soon as you get that bill. Pay it off 2 weeks early. Doesn't matter. Little things like that, paying extra on your payments. These are little things that can help you out. You're going to have to eventually take a small loan, like a line of credit loan. That is going to give you a decent amount of credit too. R34. And R34 gets smoked by the R35s. They're so slow in comparison. Stop watching the porn channels. No, it's Discord and video game channels. They're all just messaging back and forth, I finally turned it all the way off. Her Ford Fiesta automatics are notorious for breaking down. I would rather have a manual anyway, so you should be fine. I'm sorry. Best ways to remove swirls marked by hand. Probably like Meguiar's polished, ultimate polish. That'll be your best thing. You can use it with a microfiber towel and stuff, or yeah, that's probably the best way. It's just a pain in the butt doing it by hand. It really is. Ceramic coating review. Maybe in the future, Sheldon. Maybe in the future. Did you first get your Prelude painted in Central Florida? So where? No, I've never had the Preludes painted. They're both, well, the white Prelude that's in the shop forever and a day, that was repainted sometime around 2000, the previous owner told me. But that's all I know about it. It was owned by guys in the Navy. They were Navy guys up in Pensacola, Florida, where I bought it. Detailing is big in New York. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just talking about like states like Iowa, Nebraska, like I don't want to say like rural states, but like there's not a lot of people that live there, and it's mostly like farms and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to hear people saying that, oh, detailing from all these states. Like, I don't hear people saying that they come from North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, or Idaho. You don't hear that generally. So that's why I'm trying to say. We can get in Iowa with all the salt during the thing. Colby, you should probably put sealant on your cars and to get some kind of undercoat protection for your cars, especially during the winter. You should probably have some kind of undercoat, but definitely put like sealant on it and then wax on it right before the winter starts. Have a nice sealant on your car because it lasts the best, and then put a carnival wax on top. Put as much protection as you can on your car to protect it from that salt. Yeah, I got myself into a little bit of credit card debt when I was younger. My parents got a divorce, and I was suddenly out on my own, and I had problems paying some of the bills, so I used to use my credit card. And due to that, I got a little bit backed up on payments by like a month or two on some payments. It took me about 3 years to get fully out of debt and back on my feet again, and I kind of hurt my credit score. But I cleaned it right back up. Once I got back into it again, I was fine. And I said I would never use the credit card again. I literally didn't have a credit card for another 6 years. I paid everything cash with my debit card. That's all I used. If I didn't have the money in the bank, I just didn't have the money. I just didn't buy anything. And from then on out now, money finances really worry me. That's one of my biggest concerns in life is always finances, to make sure the bills are paid. So I pay way extra on our car bills. I pay extra on the house. I pay extra on everything we have. The credit card, I don't pay anything, no minimum payments at all. Example, my GTR payment is $736 a month. So when my bill comes due, no matter how much I'm paying, I automatically run it up to $800 a month on the GTR. No matter what, I always pay extra. And so now I don't owe payments for months and months ahead of time because of that. The bank actually tells me, they're like, literally stop paying regular payments and just come in here and say, I want the entire $800 or whatever you're going to put down on the car extra straight towards the principal of the loan. Don't put it, because right now you're paying interest on it and you don't even owe a payment for 5 months out. So that's what I've been doing, is just paying straight principal payments. And I've been dumping over $1,000 to $1,500 a month on the GTR now. I'm really just throwing money at it as much as I can. But that's how I do it. I generally don't pay anything. I pay zero minimum wages anymore. Don't use credit card to bill at banks, will likely give you more loan due to the thing. I get credit card offers almost weekly, multiple credit card offers, and I just tear them up and throw them away. I know what you're talking about, Kobe, Kansas, the same way. Yeah, see all these, like, I want to say they're not small states, but states that I wouldn't think a lot of detailing goes on. Is just like everybody's like coming in here tonight, so it's really cool. Polishing my hand is old school, it's taking a long time. Yeah, it will. Honestly, get yourself a DE polisher as fast as you can if you're gonna do it. You're from Florence, Kentucky. Okay, see, again, I don't know about any people I've met from like South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho. I don't hear about those kind of states that come in here. Or like Vermont. I don't hear people from like New Hampshire come in here. These are some of the states that I don't hear a lot of that come in here. Perfect weather to wax a car, probably during the evening or in your garage. And when I'm going to wax it, as soon as it's washed, it goes in the garage. I clay bar the car. I polish it and compound it if it needs to, and then I wax it. Whether I wax it that day or the very next day, I just leave the garage door shut and maybe use a detailer to get any light dust off that collected overnight, and then I polish it right away or wax it right away. But I just wax it in the garage. That's how I do my stuff. That's why I want to leave New York, get hours the size of 4 foot of room, and it costs $3 million. Make a wash day in take the town. Cash flow. Yeah, you honestly, everybody's flooding out of New York, especially here to Florida. If I don't leave my neighborhood and see a New York license plate in 2 minutes, I know I'm not in Kissimmee. Literally 2 minutes is all it takes. And it's just like nuts. I see New York, New Jersey, New York, New Jersey. My neighbor's right across the street. They just bought the house. They're from New Jersey, the Dominican. They just bought it. The neighbors this is their second vacation home. This is their vacation home 2 doors down from me. They're from New York, and they're here on their spring vacation. They're from New York, and they have New York license plates on their cars. They're a big Mercedes S-Class. It's just, that's all it is here. That's all it is. You know, I mean, this neighbor here is from Indiana. This is their winter house. And so they'll be leaving in the next couple weeks. These people, I forgot where they're from originally. The Asian people that are here. It's like everybody's a snowbird here. Georgia, Peach State. You live in a studio apartments before college life? I rented a 2-bedroom place, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. I had my own place. I was walking through Walmart and seeing Armor All wash wipes. Can't believe they still. Apparently, it must sell pretty good. You're in Utah, okay? That's pretty cool. What is your dream car? My GTR was my dream car, so I really don't have any more dream cars. My next dream, if you say, Chad, if you have any money you want, what will be your next dream? Probably to have a vacation home somewhere. Now I know I'm getting older now. I would probably like to have a vacation home like in Colorado or Montana, somewhere where I could have a big home. It doesn't have to be that big, like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Have at least a 2-car garage minimum, and maybe like a 3-car garage. But every day I could look out back and see like the Rocky Mountains, like the giant Rockies, and be like, whoa, that's really pretty. But that would be my dream right now, because I already have a car that I want. So I don't aspire to having different cars now. Just going from there, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm actually looking for. Do you want detailing on the weekends for people here because you have to drive 3 hours for somebody to do it? Geez, Louise, 3 hours. My God, man. Start your own company, brother. If you want to do it yourself a mobile detailing thing and start your own. Just found your channel. I'm loving it. Thank you so much, Dustin. Welcome to the channel. You're always welcome here. You can come hang out with us anytime you want. We love to have you here. Ever thought about buying an air dryer for the GTR? No. Have you? You had the woodworks coming out for you on this one. No offense, but any fellow rural area guys. Yeah. It's not very rural here where I live. It's pretty big. Kissimmee is the suburbs of Orlando, so you can kind of imagine how busy it is here. It's in Kissimmee is expanding at a rate that's just ridiculous. Anytime they build a new neighborhood, it's filled up in 6 months to a year. It's just nuts, man. The traffic is getting so bad here. It's not even fun driving around here anymore. You got to get out of Kissimmee in order to even get anywhere. Any Californians in Florida? Not really. I don't really see them here at all, unless I don't know. Then I don't know. It's not like people regularly want to drive 3 to 4 days from California to Florida. You know what I mean? I own a Greenworks one, and it's $30 on Amazon. That's a good deal right there. What's the best tire cleaner that you recommend? Tire cleaner. There's a couple good tire cleaners out there. Mothers makes some really good tire cleaner. I really like Mothers a lot for some reason when it comes to tire cleaning. What else has made some new ones? Man, I'm drawing a blank right now. Please forgive me. It is 12:30 at night almost, and I'm just kind of drawing a blank. 1,600 square foot in the inside, 6,000 total lot, 6-car driveway, tax 8,000 a year, monthly mortgage 2,300. For that price, I can get a double house less anywhere. Oh, I'm sure. The neighbors down their street, the New York neighbors, he's an engineer somewhere up in New York. And he said for a house this size here in New York, where I guess they live in one of the suburbs of New York, he said the taxes would be between $35,000 and $40,000 a year in homeowner taxes. And I'm like, oh my God, our taxes here on this house just hit $4,000 a year. I'm like, $40,000 a year? That's just stupid. Best advice on washing cars in apartments living with no hose. Here's a trick for you, Adrian. Get yourself a 5-gallon bucket, put all your supplies in it, car wash and everything. Go to your local coin-operated wash in the evenings when nobody's out there. Use their foam thing or their hose or whatever to kind of foam up your car and spray down your car with water. Fill up the 5-gallon bucket and fill it up with your own car soap right there, and then wash it by hand up under the lights at night when nobody's going to bother you. Nobody told you can't do that because there's nobody there anyways. I used to do that when I lived in Clearwater all the time. When I lived in Clearwater, I had an apartment, and I didn't have anywhere to wash my car. So that's what I would do after work. I'd have my 5-gallon bucket with all the soaps and all the stuff I needed in there. And I would drive down to the car wash, the coin-operated car wash, use their car to just suds up my car and just wash the dirt down and wash the suds down at the end. But I wouldn't ever let the brush touch my car. I just used the sprayer nozzle on there. And that's all I would do. I'd fill it up with a bucket with 5 gallons of water, and then I would just wash it by hand. That's how I did everything. And it would cost me like $1.50 because I wouldn't be using that much of it. So it was pretty fast. And I would wash it once a week. And that's how I do it. Got to go to bed, Kia. Thanks a lot, brother, for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Do you rely on GPS or something to wing it? On GPS to do what? Listen here, Sonny. When I was your age, we didn't have GPS. We had to look at a map and figure it out. And we had to have people tell us, turn right at this right. When you see the Whataburger or the McDonald's, you take a left here, and then you go down a couple streets, and it's on your right. We didn't have that fancy GPS when I was your kid. No, I rarely use GPS because I can figure out things like that. I used to deliver, so I don't have a problem. I look at a map, and I kind of figure out where I'm going, and that's how I learn to get there. I don't ever look at GPS. It's so rare for me to use GPS. 3,600 square foot, 5-bedroom, 5-bath. That's close to the size of this house right here. Apex, have a window on how to wash car without hookup. He's not wrong. A newly renovated house 10 minutes away. The taxes are $65,000. Geez Louise, that's way too much. Links automatically get blocked, so don't even worry about the links. YouTube blocks links like that, even in comments. So let's say you comment on one of my videos and you put a link to a product. Instantly gets flagged by YouTube. Instantly gets flagged. Nobody can see it. So please understand that when you put comments, putting a link to a product automatically gets flagged. Like I'll see it later on down the road in like the spam folder, but it automatically gets flagged. So, because YouTube blocks all that stuff. Now I can allow those to go through, but they always get blocked. Mr. Venezuela, thanks for the replies from when we were going to get the review on ammo froth. I haven't bought any ammo. So I don't know when that's ever going to come out. Super clean foam was awesome. There's a coin wash literally 1 block from my house. Yeah, there's one not far from me either. Best cleaner for cloth seats. I like Turtle Wax's stuff really good. Tough Stuff has been pretty good. What else is easy to get? That's easy to get. Meguiar's has one, but you have to kind of go to some of the other stores. Walmart, I'm trying to give you stuff that's easy to get at like Walmarts that are really good. Yeah, probably Turtle Wax Formula 1 all-in-one. That usually it should be pretty good for you, brother. I'm reading the thing. I use GPS for the new areas. I just look at the mini map and I go from there because I don't want to be following the GPS everywhere. You learn better if you drive it yourself and you look around by yourself. You learn a lot more. My wife is one of those kind of people that gets lost in a paper bag, right? And she has to use GPS everywhere. And then, 2 minutes later, she's like, how'd you get there? I don't know. That's my wife, seriously. And I'm like, well, are we close to it yet? I said, you've been here before. I don't know. Why don't you just punch in the GPS? I'm like, you are the GPS. You've been here. Tell me how to get here. I don't know. And, it's like you've been here 10 times and now you're suddenly lost and you don't know where you're going. I'm like, how does that even happen? But that's what I've learned. I remember I delivered pizzas for like 4 years, so I had to learn everything in my area, and I got really good like that. I would look at the address and I'd be like, I know exactly where that house is because I've been there so many times delivering pizzas. So you learn that kind of stuff after a while. You see the address for an apartment. You don't even have to know the apartment complex name. It's like, oh, yeah, that's those apartments right there. I know what that is. And I know exactly what building that is and all that. I know where that is. So you learn after a while. Random questions. Best car oil. I've used in all my sports cars. I used Mobil 1 full synthetic. Thanks anyways, Dustin. Anytime, buddy. Just joined the stream. That's the dead kid laying on the ground. Yeah. We're PG rated. It's okay. Who do you think is the best odor eliminator? Ooh. That would be hard because that would be really between Meguiar's and Turtle Wax, and both of them do excellent. As a matter of fact, I moved the GTR today because my recycling bin park sits in front of my GTR, right? So I have to move the GTR out in order to get my recycling bin out. And I got it today, and I got it and sat inside. And I was like, it still smells really good in here. I love it. That Caribbean scent one that I tested out, it just really smells good in there still. I'm like, yay. Usually, like I said, that lasts me about 2 months, even the Meguiar's one. Now, if you always drive with your windows open, it's going to fade a lot faster. But if your windows are up the whole time, it usually lasts me about 2 months. Good stuff for $4 or $5. Does the Sienna have GPS with Scout? I don't know what Scout is, but it has a GPS. Our Sienna is fully loaded. Every bell and whistle you can have, it has it. Well, that was the best impression your wife's ever seen. That's about the truth, man. That's about the truth. I've been thinking people on door tolling in Iowa, people are willing to pay $100 for good quality. Then that's a damn good job because I'm guessing Iowa doesn't cost that much to live in. There's not a lot of people live in Iowa, so yeah. Yeah, he had a bunch of lemonade, and he was. If you guys were here earlier, you got to see he was pretty jacked up on lemonade and sugar, I guess. And then I guess they had the sugar crash. And he pulled out that comforter off the bed, and he went out. It was pretty funny. I have never seen the ammo froth video. No, I don't know, Chad. kill me. I don't know if she can find her way out of paper bag. No, it's true, man. It's true. It's so bad. I don't even know what Scout GPS is, man. It's funny because like I was on the Grom ride yesterday, right? And somebody in the Tampa Grom Squad's Facebook group said, "Everybody post up your Snapchat and everything." And I replied, "I'm like, I'm not young enough to use Snapchat. Seriously, I'm not young enough to use Snapchat." And people were all like agreeing. They were like, "Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's true." Because Snapchat is like for like the 12-year-old kids going whole time, and you see I've got bunny ears now, and I'm like, oh my god, who cares? Just leave a message. I don't really care. But that to me is Snapchat as a whole. Why can't you just send me through Messenger or whatever? I don't know. It's just me. It's like AOL Instant Messenger was amazing 18, 19, well, it's like what 20 something years ago now. I used it all the time. AOL does obviously just closed out Messenger, but you still have Facebook Messenger. So any people that really need to get a hold of me, they just message me through Facebook. It's just a lot easier. So it's pretty funny. Look at Twitter Scout GPS on the internet. Eventually I will. When is your wife going to come hang out with a live stream? She's asleep right now. Remember, Mondays and Tuesdays, she has to be at work at 7:15 in the morning at the medical clinic. So she has to get up at like 5:45. So she goes to bed as soon as she can, which is why I watch him in the evening. Once I get home from work, I watch him again. Yeah, I don't know, Everett. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to it. I know he's an amazing detailer. I know the guy. I've watched a couple of his videos. The guy is a complete pro detailer. He gives you a solid advice. If you ever want to learn techniques and stuff, he's one of those guys that you can watch, and he'll give you amazing techniques. But I'm not subscribed to his channel. I don't watch him often. It's been probably a year or two since I've seen any Ammo NYC videos. Best foaming shampoo. Oh God, Adams blows away chemical guys all day long for foaming. Don't even bother with chemical guys for their car soap. Their car soap is trash, man. Ugh. Hold on. I'm checking on something real quick, guys. Let's see. I want to see exactly how many things my things got right now. Wow, the video has over 2,000 views already. See, it's doing really good. I really felt like this was going to be a video that everybody really liked. That's why I said, please leave a thumbs up, watch the entire video, whatever, because YouTube analytics is going to go, damn, this video is popular. Oh my God, let's keep pushing it up in the suggested videos column. And because anytime videos go viral, let's just say, not viral, but you get the idea, where they get like 100,000 views or, whatever, they all those videos on the side are really pushed up high in people's suggested box, which is pretty crazy. And that's what helps my channel grow, and that's what brings more people here, more views, and then it ultimately helps the channel overall. So I'm like really stoked on that video. That's why I was like, I gotta check and see where it's at. In less than 24 hours, like 12 hours, it already has over 2,000 views. So that means hopefully it's gonna be a really good video. So hopefully you guys really, really love it too. Again, I have so this Friday, just giving you guys a heads up, this Friday's Foam Friday was going to be using Limitless Car Care in the foam cannon. Stellar results. Absolutely stellar results. Blew me away. Next week's Foam Friday, we'll be using the new Turtle Wax, Cardi Wash and Wax in there. The yellow stuff I tried that's brand new for 2018, I used that in the foam cannon. Not so good. Not so good. That just goes to prove that not all foam car washes can go into a foam cannon. I put 4 ounces in it, and it was just like, ugh. It was terrible. But, whatever. How do you clean the extra foam? How do you clean up the extra foam? You mean the stuff that's like dripping down? Because anytime I use the foam cannon, I just spray it down. So I get out like the low pressure nozzle. I put the low pressure nozzle on the end of it. So I disconnect the actual foam cannon, and I put it on the ground. I put on like one of the adapters on the front with low pressure, and I keep it back about that far away from the car's paint. So like a foot or two, let's just say 2 feet away. And I just kind of spray down all the suds and all the dirt off it. And then if you really, really want to get into the high-end detailing, then you come back and hand wash it afterwards to make sure every speck of dirt is off the car. And that's when you're really going for absolute perfection, when you come back and hand wash it afterwards. I'm glad you liked it. Mr. Singh. I'm glad you did. Adams 3 ounces in the foam can is better than snowy Florida. Now, I will try. I've had a lot of requests. Adams, their ultimate foam one and the regular Adams to be tested in the foam cannon. I will do that for you guys. I promise it. So, but right now, these are the videos I've already recorded. I usually do 2 at a time because I figure they're really easy to do. So again, you'll have Limitless Car Care this Friday, and next Friday you have the Turtle Wax. So that means the weeks after is when you'll see the the wax gods, or I'm sorry, not the wax gods, dummy, atoms through the foam cannon. So just be sure of that. The Amazon foam cannon is available. That's what somebody said. They said they were already sold out. I was like, damn, I must have done pretty good on sales. I mean, you think about that. This is just as good as an $80 foam cannon from Chemical Guys and $16.99. $16.99. And this stuff right here, the actual part here, this part comes in its own little like silk lined bag that has a little tie on it. So it keeps it like from being ruined and everything. Like you know, like a Crown Royal Liquor has this little bag, the same kind of thing. It comes in its own separate bag for just this, so that way it won't be ruined. It's pretty crazy that it came with it just like that. So I was pretty shocked about that and really happy. It came out of somewhere in Texas, I think is where it actually tracked back to. So be on the lookout for that. Set your alert for it because $16.99 is a stellar deal. Let's say even if you say, well, it's Amazon, it's cheap, and it broke. You can still buy 4 or 5 of these for one price of there. That's why I'm saying this is the one to get right now. This is cheaper. Who gives a crap if it has a sticker on it or not? You know what I mean? Live stream time at 10:50. Yeah, we've been live streaming for an hour and 45 minutes. Not bad. You find using warm weather in the foam cannon helps? Not really. Just make sure you use warm water. Before you put the soap in it, use warm water. That I don't know why, but for some reason it does help the stuff. Nissan question, what do you miss about the Z? The curves are really sexy in the Z. I like the 2-seater thing once in a while, but the curves, the 370Z will be a car that in 20 years from now will still look sexy. Like the 300Z from the early 90s are beautiful. They had the typical classic 90s look to it. Now the 350Z, not so much. It never really had that look like, damn, when I see it going by. But the 300 still has this classic, sexy sports car looks to it. And I really feel like the 370Z had the sexy arches in the back and the nice curves everywhere, and the nice boomerang tail lights and headlights that really just stood out from the crowd. When you see a 370Z go by, you're like, man, that is a really pretty car. And I really think that that is going to be a future classic. People will love those cars in the future. You need to be Amazon affiliate. Get that money, son. But then I'd have to be able to sell my own stuff. You know what I could do? I could open up my own store and order like 50 of these bad boys and ship them out myself. I heard it's really easy to actually do it. What you do is you supply Amazon with all the stuff, and then they actually box it up and ship it out from their factory. So you ship it to the factory local to you or whatever, and then they actually box up and do it. So anytime there's a sale, you get the part of the sale and they get the other part of the sale, which is actually pretty cool. They actually do all the legwork for you, and then you get them sale money, and you don't really have to do anything. You just provide all the products that sit on their shelves until they're individually ordered. So yeah, I know they're building a brand new Amazon building here in Orlando. It's like 2 million square foot. It's huge. Anyways, I know the guy that's going to be, I personally know him. You know, it's weird that he's personally been offered the building as the head manager of that building. So it's pretty crazy to hear that. But he was telling me his wife does that, and she does a lot of Amazon sales herself. And he works as what is he? He's in charge of all the drivers out of one of the distribution centers over in Davenport, Florida. And they're giving him his own building in the Orlando building. So he was supposed to have Phoenix, Arizona, but I guess his boss came to him and said, look, we'll give you more if you stay in Orlando. So I guess he's going to take the new Orlando building from what I've seen. He's really cool, though. You would never expect that he's like the big boss, and he works in the evenings over at UPS. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And he was talking to us the other day about it, and he's just a laid back guy. And I'm like, why are you here for? He's like, it was just extra money for me. He's like, I worked here when I was younger, and it's just the way it went. The link for the foam cannon is in the video, so make sure you go check that out. From Canada last year, waiting for my business in the last year, still working. $20 exactly. As long as it lasts, even if it only lasted a year, $16.99 for a year. Pfft, yes, please. Yes, please. It's getting late. I won't be here long. Testing is tomorrow. Get to bed, Aaron. Get to bed. I know we're starting to drop on some subscribers now. We're down to like 25, but that is fine. I understand that, guys. You guys stuff. Was 370Z reliable? Yes, they are very solid cars. Never had a single problem with it at all. The only problem I heard with the 370Z is the clutch failure. Something about the clutch slave cylinder or some master cylinder had some problems with them and reliability problems where some of them would go out early. And I heard they were made of some cheap garbage. When they replace them, they replace them with like some really quality stuff now. It's like they say it was really cheap. It was like plasticky or something like that, and they would fail. So now the new ones are made out of like metal, so they won't go bad. I don't know. Dodge Challenger, and I think that's why I like that, Aaron, about the Dodge Challenger. I like the long bolt look to it. It just reminds me of back in the 70s and stuff when they were really big, and cool. I was buying a 370Z the other day, instantly thought of Corsa 9, and then I realized it was an older guy driving it and heart broke. No, they are beautiful cars, absolutely beautiful cars. I just wasn't using it anymore. I just was collecting dust because of him. I couldn't take the family anymore. It just sat there. Originally, I was going to buy a four-door car for myself and keep the 370. And then my wife said, well, I know you love the GTR so much. If you sell your 370Z, then, go for it and buy yourself a GTR. But there's no way you're going to be able to afford the GTR without a huge down payment. And she was right, obviously, because a used GTR in good condition is $60,000 to $70,000. So I had to have a massive down payment. I wasn't going to pay $1,000 payment or whatever. Nathan, you all right? So this is what he does. He has nightmares sometimes, and he'll get up and he'll just start screaming, and you're like, what the crap? But he has nightmares, and little kids have nightmares, and he'll just get up and start doing it. Yeah, he looks like a drunk monkey, doesn't he? I love the VQ exhaust. Had an 06 Altima, 6-speed, but got wrecked. Now turned into another. I got a Focus ST. Oh yeah, the Focus ST is solid though. Like the RS, you hear the new RS is going to be like a hybrid or something like that. It's going to be a hybrid. It's going to have over 400 horsepower. Nathan, see, he had a nightmare. That's what happened. When he wakes up like that, he's had a nightmare. Nathan, it's okay. It's okay. You're all right. You're all right, buddy. You're okay. Just go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. There you go. Go back to sleep, buddy. You're okay. Get some sleep, buddy. Get some sleep. You'll be all right. See? He'll be fine. 10 more 5 minutes by. Amazon foam cannon is just as good as expensive ones for sure. Yes, they are, Cam. Yes, they are. What's up, Hector? How you doing, brother? I had a 94 Maxima, drove it through the cornfield. Okay. Somebody's from up north somewhere. Amazon is lit. I'll be getting packages next day. Yeah, for sure. Nathan is awake, yeah, and then he'll be back. He'll hopefully go back to sleep. I scored some Turtle Wax ice sealant from Walmart online. Thanks for the recommendation. It's awesome. It really is, Ranger. Really no big deal at all. GTR is getting old. When is the new generation? I don't know. Again, Nissan seems to be letting their sports cars kind of dwindle. And I get it. Sports cars don't sell 1 million cars anymore. What sells 1 million cars now is SUVs. But I'm sorry, a young person and a single guy is not going to be like, damn, did you see that new Ford Explorer? Man, I really want to get out there with that thing. Oh my God, it's so hot. Or you see that new Chevy Equinox? Man, I really, really love that thing. It's so sexy. You just don't have that. And these companies say, well, we're not selling 500,000. Well, you're not going to sell 500,000 sports cars. It's not a family car. You have to realize that. And I feel like Honda lost their way in the early 2000s. They cut out every one of their sports cars. Everything that was sporty, sport coupes, whatever, all gone. And I just felt like they've lost their way big time. Acura dumped all their stuff, their NSX, they dumped their Integra, everything's gone. And look at Acura now, they're basically dead. Like they don't make anything anymore. They kind of suck. And I used to love Acuras in the 90s. I thought they were sexy cars. And I was like, man, Acura is a classy. When I get older, I'll buy an Acura. Not so much anymore. Looking to get my first car daily driver, probably a Civic. A solid Civic, a used Civic would be solid. You won't have any problems with. Yeah, when he gets a little older, for sure. Right now, he loves to get on the motorcycle and he loves to get in the cars, for sure. 400Z, heard it might be an all-wheel drive. I don't know about all-wheel drive. I don't think that would work out because all their cars have always been rear-wheel drive. So there. Heard of the 370Z, a small version of the GTR. Untrue. It doesn't drive anything like it. It doesn't have the power like it. The other thing is it's just a lot bigger. Like the GTR, there's tons of room. Like you can actually spread out the GTR, and it's a classy. How do you want to say it? Because it's a Grand Tour. You know what I mean? It's a Grand Tourer car versus a little sports car. So it's a lot bigger, a lot more roomy. It's much more comfortable. The 370Z you were like in a fighter jet. It's a lot tighter inside. So there you go. What bike channel is Niche Riding? So I'll spell it on there. Hold on. It has almost 5,000 subscribers, so it's not a giant channel, but it's pretty cool. Like when I was at the Tampa ride yesterday, when I took the motorcycle over to Tampa, I had a lot of people come up to me and say, "Hey, are you the YouTube guy?" And I said, "Sure, yeah, I'm a YouTube guy." Like, I saw all your videos, so it's really cool getting to see that. America is car crazy and SUV. They really are, Aaron, and I'm not into it. Have you seen that Ford Edge will now have an ST version of the Ford Edge? It'll have like 360 horsepower or something stupid like that in it, or even 400 horsepower. I'd like to say like 360. I think is what I saw it at. But yeah, even Ford is putting a sports version of an SUV in there, and you're like, I mean, what? Most of the New York Auto Show shows monthly. That's all it is. The thing is, like, the Nissan Rogue sells like 500,000 units a year. And it's like, okay, are you going to sell a Z that only sells like 18,000 or 10,000 units a year? It's like, no, you're going to go for the SUV. So that's why they're trying to crank them out. But not everybody wants an SUV. Yes, sports cars are not as popular as they used to be, but, that's the way it is. And young kids can't afford it. They can't afford a 370Z. So what do they buy? A used 350Z or a 300Z? What Nissan needs to do is make a new Silvia or S-Class, like a 240 or something. They need something like that to compete with the FRS BRZ that's in, the low to mid 20s starting out. But they can afford a $20,000 sports car, $24,000 sports car that's maxed out around 30, 31,000 with leather and everything. That to me would be an ideal sweet spot for Nissan to build a new Silvia or S-Class, S-chassis car. But Nissan will probably be like, is it an SUV? Have you seen it? Nissan's bringing over the Nissan Kicks from like Central or South America. It's this ugly, tiny SUV. It's like super ugly. It's called the Nissan Kicks. I'm like, really? You brought this garbage over, and they're going to think they're going to sell a ton of them. It's like, ugh, it's like the Juke. The Juke is ugly. It's so ugly. What motorcycle? I own two motorcycles. I have a Nissan. I own a Kawasaki ZX6R, and I own a Honda Grom. So I own two motorcycles. Yeah, Ford is getting ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Welcome back, Brian. What happened to the kid? He just rolled over and fell back asleep again. He's rolled up in there like a taco. It's pretty funny. Sedan is going to be discontinued. Yeah, they said that brand new Accords are not selling as good as they had planned. I mean, they're selling good, but they're not selling what they used to sell, like at a clip. The thing is, more people are going over to SUVs. Even though the new Accord, they rate it every time better than the Toyota Camry. The Toyota Camry is outselling the Accord right now by about 20,000 units this year. And a lot of people are saying that it's because Honda was stupid and they got rid of their V6, as well as their V6 had more horsepower than the four-cylinders that replaced it, a turbo four-cylinder. And it was like, why would you do that? So I don't know. Well, I just don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a crossover for a sports car. That's just stupid. Before you know it, Chad, people are going to be asking for autograph. No, you know what? I like to help people where I can. If I can help you with information that I learned, then it makes me happy because I can show you. I can't make you do anything. I'll just give you what I've learned personally. And then if you can take that and apply that in your you're using your cars or whatever, or your motorcycles, then and if it helps you, then that's awesome. And that's what I like to hear. I like to be able to talk to people. I've been spotted a few times out in public, and they come up and ask me, "Are you Accord?" And I say, "Yeah, that's me." And they'll just sit there and talk to me for a few minutes, and that's really cool. And I don't mind that. People are sometimes shy. Like, I think I saw you the other day. I'm like, yeah, you saw me. That's where I was. Why didn't you come say hi? And they're like, no, I didn't want to be rude. I'm like, dude, it's not being rude. I would come out here and say it online if I was getting bothered too much. Like those big YouTubers that are bothered 24/7, I would let people know. But I'm not like that. I'd rather say, hey, what's going on? It's 100,000. Yeah, dude, the new Escalades are 100 grand. And then after like 3 years, they're worth 50,000. They drop half their value in like 3 or 4 years. It's like, hell no. So you still owe 80 or 90,000 for this car, but if you sold it, you'd only get 50,000 for it. It's like, that is such a stupid thing. To me, when you buy a car, you need to be also looking at resale value, because are you going to keep this car forever, or are you going to be possibly moving on in another 5-6 years down the road, and how much is it going to be worth down the road? Kicks is better looking than Juke. Either one of them suck. I would never buy either one of them. They're terrible looking. Just like hatchback were unpopular. Now you see it. Now, hatchbacks are popular in Europe still, but Americans want big vehicles. They just want big vehicles, and SUVs are big. Now, what I'm thinking of is if there's never another like gas shortage, not gas shortage, but you know how the gas prices went up. That's what killed the SUVs in the first place back in the 2000s when gas went up to $4 and change a gallon. That's when hybrids started making a huge turn. That's when the Prius really started getting big and everything because gas prices went to over $4 a gallon for regular unleaded. Well, then everybody started getting rid of their SUVs. The same thing happened in the 70s when the gas crisis. All the big muscle cars they said they were being sold off for like $2,000 and $3,000 for these immaculate muscle cars that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars now. And I understand the money was different then, but still, they're just giving them away. Nobody wanted those big muscle cars because gas was unheard of and gas was through the roof back then. You had to wait in gas lines, so everybody was just dumping them for something a little cheap, economical. And Honda and Toyota came in and say, hey, our cars will do 35, 45 miles a gallon. Why don't you buy our Toyotas and Hondas? And people did. Yeah, I see a lot of Dodges here. One truck I actually like are the Toyota Tundras. Yeah, the Toyota Tundras and the Tacomas. Tacomas are nice. It's going to be restyled Focus ST. Yeah, I do like the new Hyundai IN30, but in America, they're going to put that engine in the Veloster. They've already said they're bringing a new Veloster. Those things are all over the road. So hatchbacks are still kind of hot here. And again, you see the Focus ST, you see the Fiesta ST. Those are all over the roads too as well. So there is definitely still a market for hot hatch cars, and that is a good thing. But they're not going to call it the IN here. They're just going to make a new Veloster, Hyundai Veloster, and put that engine in there with 285 horsepower. So that's really, really cool. Have you gone into any of your team events? I have been invited by Masterson's Car Care last year and the year before, but I just couldn't make it out there. When I went to try and look for hotels, the hotels were gone. They said you literally have to get hotels the year before. That's how crazy it is down there. But Masterson's has invited me the last 2 years and said, come on out, we'll give you free passes. Gas is $6 a gallon in Vancouver. Hell no. Hell no. You're just paying stupid money there. Gas here is like, for regular unleaded, when I went by Walmart today, it was like $3.59 a gallon. I got to go work out. Get swole, son. Get swole. Oh, get those gains. Cycle, first hatchback, hybrid, SUV. As long as if gas prices go through the roof again, then they'll go back up. Well, hold on. It was $2.59, not $3.59 a gallon. I'm a dumbass. It's $2.59 a gallon here. I'm sorry. It's $2.59 a gallon here at Walmart. Yeah, that's right. That's right? Yeah. It's $2.59 a gallon. Man, I'm getting tired tonight. I haven't seen Nissan Frontier tighten on the road. They're definitely around here. You see them all the time here. GTI-R, Focus, STR. Yeah, there's tons of Civic hatch. Like the hatches are still very popular here. What do you think of Ford Raptor? Just a big truck with a lot of power. That's about it. Yes, Nathan's asleep right now. Nathan passed out. He couldn't handle it anymore. He drugged that blanket out, and he just laid down and went to sleep. 317 in SoCal and Costco. Yeah, everything's more. California is stupid. I've been there once, and it's just to me, it's like such a hippie state. Now, here, like, interior, the mountains and stuff are really pretty, but, like, along the coast and stuff, it's like hippies everywhere. Everybody's, like, vegan, and then, like, taxes are out of control there. Housing is out of control there. They tax you to death so that the hippies can have free everything. I can't deal with that. I just can't. You know, when I remember going to Seattle and Vancouver, I went to Seattle, and I see, like, 20-year-old kids sitting on this thing right next to stores being like, if any money will help. And I'm like, get your ass a job. Mow some damn lawns and make some money. Get your ass off this road. I don't want to hear that. It almost not offended me, but it was like, are you serious? You're 20 years old and you just sitting here like a bum trying to get free money? Get your ass out there and get a real job. Seriously, you are 20 years old. Get a job. And it was just really like, ew. And you just don't see that here on the East Coast. You don't see it. It's definitely a West Coast hippie type thing. And it's a different culture out there. What's up, Cord? Do you know why AutoGeek doesn't sell Adams products? I'm guessing because of competition, maybe. That I don't know. Maybe competition. I've noticed recently started selling Chemical Guys. Greg Masterson has tried to contact AutoGeek, and they don't want to sell his products. It probably comes down to either competition or how much money they're going to make off of it. Because remember, If AutoGeek is reselling it, then they're going to want a piece of the pie. And if Adam says, no, I'm not giving you the piece of the pie, I have my own, very successful website, well, then I'm not going to give you it to a lower price. So that's the only thing I could think, because Adams has such a big, powerful presence now, and that they don't need anybody else. It's like chemical guys. They have a massive presence, so they don't really need anybody else to really sell their stuff if they don't want to. California is definitely different. Definitely different. 279 in Oregon. Yeah, California has definitely went off the deep end, man. I used to hear California was so pretty and so nice, but in like the last 20 years, 30 years, it's gone to hell. And I was shocked at how crazy it was out there. I was just like, ugh, I definitely wouldn't live out here. And in Seattle, I was like, ew, really? Like 20-year-olds sitting on the road begging for money? And I'm like, bro, when I was in credit card debt, literally I was trying to pick up every other extra shift I could. I was trying to work mornings at Pizza Hut. I was doing anything I could to get myself back into money again. Seriously. I used to mow yards when I was a kid, and I did anything I could to make money. And that's the difference of society. And my dad said, you want money, you got to go work for it. No, I'm not giving you anything. You want all these video games, you want the cars and stuff, you're going to have to go work for it. I can't afford it. So I did. And I've been raised in a different thing where you work for whatever. If your family needs something, you take a second job, you take a third job, you do whatever you can to make sure your family is taken care of. I just was raised in a different society, you know what I mean? And I guess people out there are just like, oh, well, whatever, the government will take care of me. No. Heard Europe's country is going to ban gas on engines. I don't know. I heard, I think it's London. You can't have a diesel anymore. It's going to be banned. Diesels are going to be banned. And that's just, to me, is ridiculous. Like, what about all the work trucks going to be delivering stuff to England, to London? It's like, we're going to make every work truck be gasoline now? It's crazy. What's up, Adam? How you doing, bud? Mom and dad. I haven't talked to my mom in a long time. We're having some issues. My dad's in Illinois. So that's about it. People that are perfectly fine, I ask for money in the government. That's why I'm paying high taxes. Yeah, I'm not in for that. And the thing is with those people, I know this is going off into a different tangent here, but those people keep voting for everything to be free and more, give me more, give me more. Government owes me everything. Well, who's going to pay for that? Where does the government get their money from? Just some bank? They get it from you and you and you and you and you and you. Your taxes now go up so that this lazy bums can now get everything for free. Healthcare is not free, and it never will be free. And people need to understand that. If your job doesn't have it, you're going to be paying it. Maybe you should find a job that gives you free healthcare. And you need to understand that. The government, oh, we'll give you free healthcare. Where are they going to get all this money from? By raising all these other people's taxes by weighing them up this much. You know what I mean? I have a lot of subscribers. I've been to Europe a lot. And they say, well, we got free healthcare. How much do you pay in taxes? Oh, about 45% of our income goes to taxes. And you're like, holy crap, almost half of your paycheck? And they're like, yeah, well, we got free healthcare. I'm like, it's not free, is it? You're paying an assload of money for it. And it's just, I know. We'll get off that topic, but it's just, people don't see that. I'm like, nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. You will have to pay something one way or another for it. Just sold my GTI and bought a crossover. You need to sell that crossover now and buy another GTI. Buy a Tesla truck. Have you seen the X Tesla X model? They're ugly. They're like $140,000, $150,000. Right on, brother. Nothing is free. Nothing is. You have to work for everything you want in your life. You want to get successful, you have to bust your tail. Those multimillionaires usually are working 18 hours a week or 18 hours a day. They are literally sun up to sundown and then some. They are at their companies busting their tail. And finally, they're successful. And you're like, oh, my God, this guy's a multimillionaire. Well, yeah, but he lives and breathes and dies at his job to make that kind of money. So, oh, well. Again, we went off on a tangent. Let's try and bring it back. Let's bring it back to the car scene. I have a diesel pickup truck in the Philippines, more diesel than gas. A lot of places are, really. A lot of places are. Like the work trucks and stuff like that are mostly always diesel. Do you like the Jeep Trackhawk? They're cool, but the way I feel about American cars is they don't last. They fall apart rather fast. They're made very cheap, and the resale value is terrible on them. They go, and that's just the way I feel about it. That's why I don't like American cars. Every one of the cars in our driveway are Japanese companies. Now, I know the minivan is not made in Japan. It's made in Indiana, but it's still a Japanese brand, so they're going to hold their quality at a much higher level. To where, as a matter of fact, the Sienna minivan is the highest rated minivan of all of them that are made, the highest rated, highest resale value of all of them. So, that's the way I see it. 2 shifts so I can have no debt. Yeah, all I do is I got myself out of debt, and I'd say other than buying stuff online with my credit card or an occasional part I need fixed or something I need fixed, I don't use my credit card for anything. We use it for buying the cruises. I buy with a travel agent. I pay my credit card with the cruise. Any purchases, any big purchases, I'll use the credit card, but we try and pay it off the very next month. Maybe the cruise, it might take 2 months to pay it off, but we pay it off like right away. We don't pay the minimum payment. We pay like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month on the credit card just to hurry up and pay that cruise off altogether. So we're back to zero again, balance. Makes us get Adam, because you don't want everybody in sports car and diesel is more efficient. How often do you wax your personal cars? Probably once every few months, honestly. Right now, the blue car has Fuso soft coat on it, and that's like a sealant. It's supposed to last up to a year, and I think I did that probably 5 months ago. You guys could probably go back in my videos, and that thing, when it rains, oh my God, the water repellency and beating is out of control on that Fuso soft coat. It stinks. It's very chemical smell, but wow, amazing results on it. Nathan wakes up and goes to sleep all the time. It's no big deal for me. I've had Dodge 22 Dodge Charger SRT for 3.5 years and still gets compliments from it. As long as you keep it washed and details, you will get a lot more compliments from it. Love my Pontiac G5, full tank of gas, more than a week in about a week and a half. Canada. I wish Pontiac would have came back. Rumors were that Penske was trying to buy out Pontiac, so they would have it as a standalone company, not part of GM or anything. And I've heard other companies have actually tried to buy Pontiac because they knew it was the sports car or the sporty car image, but I guess GM doesn't want to let them go. I don't know what GM is thinking. It's like if somebody's offering you millions of dollars for the trademark, the trademarks of all Pontiac cars and all that stuff, and the brand image, it's like, why would you let it go unless you're planning to bring back Pontiac? That's the only thing I think, because people would love to have a new Pontiac Firebird. People starting to really love the G6 when they were coming out. To me, they were just starting to come back. You had the Pontiac Solstice, a little convertible coupe. They were really starting to make a comeback there before the recession and before GM killed them off. So it's like, if you got companies willing to pay you millions and millions and millions of dollars for all your stuff, you need to sell it. Let the name live on with another owner. But I guess GMers might possibly be thinking about bringing him back once the economy is getting a lot better. To me, bring him back. People would love to see a Firebird. Maybe the G6 was really popular, especially the big engine one. Start out with just like 2 or 3 cars. That's it, and then expand back again. But for sure, the one has to be a Firebird right away. You bring back the Firebird. Have you ever tried Colonite? No, I get a lot of people asking me about that, but I haven't. He who buys something that he does not need will soon need something that he can buy. Words of advice. Yeah, I got myself into debt when I was a young man, and I've never gotten back into it again. Literally, almost everything I use my debit card for. Everything. I just rarely use the credit card anymore. Online purchases, when I bought those 2 products from Chemical Guys, or when I bought my cameras and stuff, anything online, I buy with a credit card. That's generally about it. Wrong. Many sports cars here. The gas is very high. My neighbor has GTR. Sweet. Die. Stupid bugs. Yeah, GTRs are badass. I mean, if you can afford a GTR, though, you shouldn't have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, I told my wife tonight I'd be going to get in her gas because I drove it all the way to Clearwater and back yesterday. So I kind of used a lot of her gasoline. So she's like, I need gas in my car. I'm like, okay, I'll do it tonight after work. Thank you. I just remembered that. So I have to go take it tonight and go get gas after we get off the live stream. Oh, that means I got to pack him up. Oh, crap. My friend boosted his 1998 Honda minivan 600. I've seen videos on that before on cars that do that kind of stuff. It's pretty crazy. Text says, pollen season and bugs, so I claim my car 3 or 4 times a year. Love bug season is not hit yet. Now, when I was in Pensacola, man, the love bugs were awful up there. But they're not quite as bad down here unless you go out in the country. Living in Florida, have you ever seen or hung out with Obsessed Garage YouTuber? No, never have. Florida, you got to understand, Florida is not a small state for one. And 2, now Florida is the 3rd most populated state in the United States. About a year or 2, it passed up New York for the 3rd most populated state in the United States. People are flooding to New York from up north so fast, it's ridiculous. Half of the license plates I see in here are New York, near New Jersey, or maybe Massachusetts. That is the big area where they all move here from in my area of Florida. Now, you go to other parts, you'll see like Ohio, Michigan, and stuff like that. But where I live in Central Florida is those 3 states normally. But now it's just flooding in here right now. There's no state sales tax here, so you don't get extra taxes pulled out of your check. You just have the county and local taxes, and that's it. That's all you got to pay, nothing more. So it's cheap to live here. And prices are going up in the bigger cities, obviously. But if you want to live in smaller towns, it's not that expensive. Everything's just much better here. So people are flocking here. So what I know, one dude out of like 30 million people here. No. Yeah, Florida has like 30 million people or 31 million people in it now. So it's pretty big. Credit card online is, so if anything gets ripped off online, you just call the credit card company up and cancel that stuff right there. And they don't have access to your bank account that way. You know, they're not going to get into your debit card and start going nuts. That's why you always buy stuff online with your credit card. So you automatically hit dispute. I didn't get my stuff, or they took advantage of it, and it automatically gets canceled and you get your money back. I had that happen at Texas Roadhouse up by the Orlando International Airport. We gave it to our server. Hadn't used that card in a couple of days at least. I came back. We went home that night, and I looked at my bank account. And that one day, that girl went to 4 or 5 different places and spent over $1,000. Called up my credit union immediately, told them what happened. I said my credit card was stolen when we were at the account. I said I gave it to the server. I even gave her the server's name, what restaurant went to, and everything. I said I handed her the card. She gave me the card back after like 4 or 5 minutes. She came back with it and had to sign it, which I did, no problem. So I had the card in my hand, and I went online, and it showed transaction. And it was those digits from that credit card, which I had in my hand. So instantly, they canceled the card. It was a Visa card, refunded me all my money within a week, and it was automatically done like that. I even called up Texas Roadhouse, spoke to the manager. I said, this girl stole my credit card information. It's the only time I'd used my credit card in a week. And all the sales are from the stores that are right there around it within 5 minutes driving. I said, you need to fire that girl right now. She's stealing from your customers. Well, I'll go talk to her and look. I'm like, no, you don't need to talk to her. I said, you need to fire her. I said, she's the only person who touched my credit card in over a week. And magically, all the so-called sales from all the stores were 5 minutes from your store. And I said, so your chick is stealing people's cards. You need to get rid of her immediately. I said, I've already called my bank. I said, you need to know. So I don't know whatever happened. We've never been to that place again. That's why you use your credit card. Mr. Foam Can Discussion, can you please give us a brief update? If you haven't seen my video yet, go and watch it, Bulldog. We talked about the Amazon here, and this is $16.99 foam cannon versus Chemical Guys Torque foam cannon that is $79. $16.99 versus $79, and essentially they are identical. And let me tell you, they're identical, the spraying. This is what you really should look into buying. From what I heard, everybody's telling me they're already sold out. My video must have done pretty good if they sold them already, because I put the direct link in there, and they're already gone. So it's pretty crazy. If you're a car guy, Florida is the best state. Anywhere in the South, you won't have the problems with rust or anything. Southern states, you'll be good. $66 McGuire Gold Class Adams polishes. I'm reading through all your stuff. If that's why when you're talking about the heavy to moderate swirls, you need to do a test spot on your car. See if you need to, if polish will get rid of it only, or do you actually need to go to a compound? You always do a test spot, and then you know what you need to do for the rest of the car, whether it be just polish or you need a compound, and then maybe come back with a polish to really thin it out, make it look amazing. Have you heard of the Starbucks girl steal woman's credit card? I saw it on YouTube. Essentially, it was the same thing that happened. I got my card back. I signed the receipt, gave her a tip like usual, no big deal. And that next day, I looked online, and I'm like, what the crap? We didn't spend $1,000. What the hell is going on here? And I looked, and every one of those stores were within 5 minutes driving distance of my thing. She spent $1,000 on my credit card within one evening. She went nuts. And that's why I knew exactly who I gave it to, because I hadn't used the card. That was the first time we'd been out in over a week. So it was the first time I'd used it. So I knew right away that I'm like, okay, all the ones are way over there on the north side of Orlando. And yet you're telling me, well, you can't prove. I can't really prove it, so I can't do anything to her. I said, I'm telling you right now, she is stealing your customer's credit card information and then going there and buying things locally. I said, she has a credit card reader and she's just swiping and swiping and swiping and stealing all the information. I said, you better check on her and fire her. I mean, because I guarantee she's got it on her. Well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm never going to come to your restaurant again. That's what I did. I think I even went on Google and actually gave a review to them and the review of the actual server. I said, don't even touch this server. I said, she is toxic and she is stealing people's credit cards. So it's pretty crazy. Thankfully, my credit union immediately said, not a problem. And they refunded all my money within a week. It was all back. So it's pretty cool. I doubt it because the girl had the money and that's all it was. The girl had my credit card, went right to the little kiosk where she swiped it and then came back. I heard a lot of Europeans come here, and Europeans are so used to, Europe, they bring you the credit card machine right to your table and they go, here you go. And you swipe right there because credit card theft was so high there that they have little machines. So you swipe it right in front of them and you always hold your card. Well, in America, they take your card and they go back there and swipe at their machine. Well, I heard a lot of Europeans will actually say, ma'am, I'm going to walk with you over there to make sure my card is swiped so you don't get my information. And so the people here will be like, okay, that's fine. Because I guess in Europe, theft got so bad there. So that's why they started bringing the machine actually to your thing and you just swipe it right there. So it's actually pretty cool. I've been to Europe, like I said, about 7 times. So I understand what they're coming from. Got to go, bro. Got to take you later. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, I'm watching my son right now as he's sleeping right now on the floor. So I'm good to go. What soap is in the foam cannon? Come on, guys. It's Limitless Car Care. The Limitless Lather, the stuff I liked a lot, that's in there right now. It's great. She is on the spending spree. Yeah, that was pissed. I was pissed. That's the first time I've ever had second time I've had a credit card stolen, but the first time there I actually had a face-to-face communications with the person who stole it. One time somebody got a hold of it, I don't know how, and charged $300 or $400 worth of Xbox things to my thing. I got a text alert from my bank saying, "Are you charged all this much to Xbox Live?" And I was like, "What the hell?" And I was on the interstate. I was driving up to Georgia, and I'm like, "No." I called the bank immediately. I said, "You cancel all that right now. You cancel my credit card right now." I said, "I am on the interstate driving." I said, "I am nowhere near any video game thing." I said, "Somebody stole my info." So that was the other time we got nailed, but that was like probably about 10 years ago. Most restaurant chains now have to pay a table. Some do, but a lot don't. Honestly, a lot don't. Like Outback, the lady Outback didn't have it. Texas Roadhouse didn't have it. We were at Sonny's today. Sonny's didn't have it there. Where were we at the other day? They didn't have it. So that's why you always want to check your credit card and you want to check your bank account. Maybe a couple times a week. You want to kind of check out that stuff. You don't want somebody like racking that thing up and you not thinking anything about it until it's too late. So they always recommend to check your bank account several times per week. Check your bank account and your credit card statement, stuff like that. Have you tried a European cruise from Florida? Okay, the only way you can get to Europe from Florida is one of their transatlantic cruises where they call it repositioning cruises. Brian, what that means is during the winter, they come to Florida. They bring all the cruise ships back to Florida and the Caribbean. Now, when it's May, right at the beginning of May, end of April, they shift about half of their fleet over to Europe. So what you can do is you can hop a cruise from Florida over to, like, let's say Spain or England. And what you do is you get like a 12-day cruise and you pay very little for it in relation to a 12-day cruise. You pay very little because most of the time there's no shows during that 12-day cruise. There's no shows, but also you're not making any port calls. But like I think you make like 2 port calls in 12 days, and that's about it. So everything's a lot cheaper because essentially they're going to move the boat whether you're on the boat or not. And so they give amazing deals for those people that are willing to reposition with the boat over to Europe or from Europe back to America around October when they come back. So like, I'll give you an example. We were on a Princess cruise. The very next week, they were leaving to go to Europe. It was going to be a 10 or 12-day cruise to Spain. They were going to go to Spain and Spain do their Mediterranean route for the whole summer. They said if we wanted to stay on and we wanted a balcony, keep a balcony, because we had a balcony room, it was $450 a person for 12 days at sea. $450 for a 12-day cruise. It's like, oh my God, you still got fed, you did everything, all the pools and everything were open, but they didn't do any of their like dance shows or anything like that. They said that's when they practice maybe different new routines and stuff like that. They don't do any of the dance shows. You still get the movies, and you still have like the casinos are open and all the bars. They just like they don't do any shows anymore. That's what I heard they cut out all that stuff during the stuff. I've been recently watching many videos on detailing. I get confused and want to hear about compounds and polishes and then sealants and waxes. Can you please dumb it down for me? Okay, a compound and a polish is a way for you to literally take off micron levels of your paint. You're actually removing like micron levels of your clear coat paint. A polish takes very little, and a compound will take more. So for light swirls, you should probably only need a polish. But if they're really bad swirls and stuff like that, you probably need a compound because you need to remove a lot more. Now we're talking on micron levels here. We're talking very, very, very minute. But that's what your actual swirls in is light scratches in your paint. And the clear coat of your paint is the light scratches. That's what the swirls are that cause that nasty look in your car. And you have to remove that. In order to remove that, you have to level it off by like you literally taking like a planer, like a wood planer, and you're actually just taking levels off it, essentially what you're doing. And that's what a compound and a polish is. A sealant is a synthetic made polymer that will protect and actually seal in the paint from the elements and everything. Because it's a synthetic polymer, it usually lasts between 10 to 12 months, where a standard wax, a carnauba wax, lasts only about 3 months. So a sealant is actually the way to go for long-term protection. And then what you can do to even give it that rich, warm pop of a wax, then you can put some nice carnauba wax on top of that. But you still have that good base sealant that lasts you for months and months. Sorry, that was a little itchy. How do you like the 350Z? They just don't have the looks for me like the 300 or the 350 did. Have you ever heard of Alien Wireless Car Wash? I have not. Sorry, buddy. I always check the security seal at the gas station. Those are the worst. Oh, my God. They were so bad around here. It was all over the news. They were hitting up almost every 7-Eleven down US 192 that runs from goes right by Disney World all the way through Kissimmee and down to St. Cloud towards Melbourne, Florida on the coast. They were hitting up almost every 7-Eleven. You'd have 2 or 3 of them. They were finding them left and right there. I need all the 7-Elevens through it. Because they were black, they literally just slid them on. They slid them on, and that's what they were doing. They were robbing people blind. It happened about a year or two ago with those credit card readers. So what they teach you to do now, the police actually tell you, the video's out now and locally, you grab the credit card reader, you actually yank on that bad boy. Like put your fingers on it, yank on it. Because the credit card readers are so quickly put on, they're not meant to actually lock on. They're good, like glue lock on, that they'll automatically fall off as soon as you pull on it. So they say, just pull it as hard as you want. It will not come off if it's the real thing. So they said recommend every time you go to the gas station, yank on that bad boy and then put your card in there. But if it looks fishy or whatever, or you see that seal has been broken, they said don't use that pump. Go to a different pump right away. And that's what they had. Like I said, they had about 10 or 15 were hit up within a single month in the Kissimmee area. It was terrible because half the people that are here are coming down tourists to go to Disney World, because Disney World is right over there. It's like 25 minutes away on the other side of Kissimmee. I live on this side of Kissimmee. Disney World's on this side of Kissimmee. So that's the way it works. I'm on the east side, right by St. Cloud. Europe uses euro while UK uses pounds. Make sure which money they use to go to a different country. Good night. Getting off later on, Aaron. What are your thoughts on rupees? But they're very good, but they're very, very expensive. Rupees and Flex are the best you can probably buy right now, but they're very expensive. Where Grillo's Garage does excellent DA polishers. I have 2 of them. Excellent, solid, lifetime warranty. You really don't need anything else, to tell you the truth. When doing a maintenance wash, do you use products, waxes after drying car? I personally don't, Dustin, because what I do a lot of times now, if I was going to do it after every wash, I would probably use a spray wax. But probably I would only do that once every other wash, every third wash, I'll use a spray wax. Just give that little bit of protection to make my main wax job or main sealant job last a little bit longer. But that's generally what I do. Hold on, let me remove my wallet. My wallet's starting. You guys never know when the wallet's in your backside for too long, especially on like a car ride, starts digging in back here, and you're like, oh my God, it hurts. So I took my wallet out. It's getting so much money in it. It's just stacked. You know what I mean? Just got to put it over there. Yeah, I'm not on that level, Aaron. I'm not on level. I mean, they got Mike Phillips. Mike Phillips was the pro detailer for Meguiar's on the West Coast for over 25 years. He was a pro trainer and pro detailer. Yeah, they said he's been detailing since the 70s. The guy is a genius. He knows everything about every product. So he's a complete pro in the industry. A lot of videos, man. #1 channel, Car Care. I appreciate that. Cyclone, I'm not the only one out there, and there's some really good ones out there. I'm not here to compete against Joe Blow and be better than him. I just put out products that are easy to get over the counter, give you fair and balanced reviews. And if you like it, you leave me a cool thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. But I'm not trying to be the next Barry Maguire, you know what I mean, or that. I'm just the average Joe guy out here putting out regular products and letting you guys see some cool reviews. Here in New Jersey, we can't pump our own gas. Well, did it hurt their hands when they were pumping it? They're like, oh my God, my hands are so dirty now. Oh my God. Damn, still on. Yeah, dude. How long it's been? I don't know. Been a little while. What spray wax are you used after drying? What spray? Any spray wax, Dustin. There's a lot of good ones out there. As a matter of fact, I just bought Mother's Speed Spray Wax. It's brand new for 2018. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to try it on the GTR, and you guys will be able to see that. Again, if you ever want to see anything, if you have Instagram, I don't know if you guys have Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because many times what I do now is when I'm in between making the video, let's say I'm doing half the car over here. Well, then of course I got to finish up the other half before I give you the final results. So what I'll do then is I'll actually stream live, me actually testing it out. So you guys get to see it a week, 2 weeks before the video is even out. You guys get to see the actual results, my thoughts on it, and me doing it live right there in front of you. So that's one good way to do. So follow me on Instagram. If you have Instagram, I know not everybody does. It's like Snapchat. I'm too old for Snapchat. But that's one good way to follow me is Accord79 on Instagram. Follow me, and I usually do it every single time. I show you guys the results. Saw a brand new tire shine at Advanced Auto called Street Legal. Yeah, somebody else told me about that too. I'll probably try that in the future. In your car dealing to opinion, spray on tire finish can or gel finish? It depends, Brian. The difference between that is a spray on from an aerosol can is going to be a lot wetter, brighter of a shine than any other tire shines. Your gel is going to last you about 2 weeks. It won't be quite as bright of a shine, and your cream type tire shines usually last between 2 to 3 weeks. So it really depends what you want on there, and you just got to kind of figure out where you want to be, how long you want your tire shine to go, how wet of a look do you want it. Aerosol cans are always going to be your highest, wettest shine by far. Ammo in the future sometime. I can't tell you when. Sorry for all the questions. Like I said, no, dude, Dustin, we're hanging out here. This is what we do. We hang out. We chill once a week. Normally, I try and do this on Sundays, but this past yesterday, I was exhausted. I was a zombie, and all I wanted to do was sleep. So that's generally what happened. I was just like this. I was like, I can't stay awake anymore. And I just passed out. I was done. We came back from going to Walmart and going to dinner last night, and I was just like this. I was like, I can't stay awake. I got cleaned up. I got him cleaned up, went to bed, and I passed out. We slept pretty late today. Do you like Chemical Guys products, or do you think they're overpriced? Some Chemical Guys products I like, some I feel are overpriced. Example, the Toric foam cannon, if you saw my video today, is a very good product. Is it $79 good when you have $16.99 right here? No. I would tell you to buy this and save your money. But is it a good product? Yes. But it's not for the price they're charging at $79. Their car washes, though, are completely watered down. I absolutely hate their car washes. I've never found a good car wash out of Chemical Guys. Most of them are just like mediocre. And I want better than mediocre, especially at that price. I want better. And now there's snow foams like your Honeydew Snow Foam, your Mr. Pink. I just bought their watermelon snow foam. I'll be testing that out. Those are excellent. But for the 2-bucket system washes, no, you can do better. Bought Guerrero's Garage Tire Shine Aerosol Spray will work great, but sling a bit. What I recommend for that is you can either dab it down with a microfiber towel, wipe it down for any of the excess, or what I do is I park my car for at least an hour minimum before I drive it, so it's completely dried, and then I go down the road. And I don't get the sling, but remember, I leave my car sitting for a good long time before I ever drive it. Curious, no sling tire shine. They have a try. Usually gels don't sling as bad, or the cream like your Chemical Guys VRP, your Masterson's tire shine. That stuff that's a cream, even Adam's tire shine. That's I think is it called tire shine? It's like a white look to it. It's creamy or whatever. That stuff doesn't sling at all. You put an applicator and you go around the tire, and it just works out a lot better. What carpet cleaning do you recommend? I haven't tried Adams yet. Carpet cleaning that I've had really good success with that I remember really good would be your Turtle Wax. I think it's like Formula One's really good. Eagle One had a great one. Tough Stuff was pretty good. McGuire's has one, but it's a little bit harder to get. You can't get it at Walmart. You have to go to like your specialty stores, like your Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, stuff like that. I used to play a lot of it, Steven, a lot of video games. Having him has really cut out a lot of video gaming time. It really has. Having a kid really has to make you responsible. Things change a lot. You got to worry about him before you worry about anybody else. I also have a YouTube channel that's almost turning into a second job in ways. It's turning into a second job where I feel like I have to get up, have to get out there early when it's nice and sunny and get you some good quality videos out. And then I have to, of course, edit them. I usually edit them at night after work. But I just don't have enough. The most game I've played recently is PUBG. That's about it. Being in Florida, do you sometimes get bummed out after detailing a car? Yeah, sometimes. But we're starting to get to the summer season. And the summer season in Florida means in the afternoon, probably about 1, 2, 3 o'clock, it starts getting really dark, really black, and it pours. So you learn if it's going to rain or not. And almost every day in the summer, you'll have about 50% chance or more that it's going to rain in the summer. So you just kind of play your odds. Or if you're like me, park it in the garage and wait till the rain's over. And that's generally the way it goes. Adams VRT, that's it. It's identical. It's the same type of thing as Chemical Guys, same type of thing as Mastersons, but it works really good. What car wash do you like to start a good detail from scratch using a foam cannon? Car wash using a foam cannon. Oh, again, the Mastersons one you saw today, Mr. Pink's good. Honeydew Snow Foam is good. I tried Limitless car wash. It's great for the 2-bucket and it is stellar in the foam cannon. If I could show you the video, and I can't remember where I have it, you would be like, oh my God. You'll see it on Friday, but I promise you're going to be like shocked at how well the video is. I don't know how to switch it to show you a part of the clips of the video. One of these days I'll figure it out. But once we get to that part, I'll be able to show it to you, and you'll be like, oh my God, on Friday you're going to see it. You're going to love it. No, that's one I'm talking about. I brought a new car. I forget the name of it. It's big bottle. It says doesn't sling in 2050. It's purple in a big bottle. I saw it on Facebook live stream. Purple in a big bottle. Doesn't sling. I don't remember. I don't know. Are we talking about maybe it's Griot's Garage? Griot's Garage is like a blue stuff. I don't remember. Jack's Wax. The funny thing is Jacksonville, they're based out of Jacksonville, which is 2.5 hours away. I graduated high school in Jacksonville, Florida. And you would think that I've had so many people recommend them. You think they would like go to them and be like, hey, Jack's Wax, send them some products. You know, it took me 1 day after I posted up that Gator detail review. 1 day. The owner contacted me and said, I want to send you a bunch of our products. 1 day. And I'm like, he said, I want to get my name out there more. And, you know, obviously going to you is going to get my name out there. That's all it took. You know, and I'm like, hello, you're going to get free publicity. Send me some stuff. I'd love to try more stuff. But haven't had anybody from Jack's Wax call me. A newer company claiming they make only quality items. Probably Limitless Car Care. It's probably Limitless. Limitless Car Care out of New York is stellar. I have not tried one of their products yet that suck or is mediocre. They are all top-notch products. Limitless Car Care, stellar. Yeah, $2 system for Mr. Pink sucks. Out of a foam cannon, great. I don't remember either. Damn, you have a lot of stuff. Next time I see it, I'll recommend it. Yeah, dude, for sure. You know me. I've got way too much stuff, man. I got tons of stuff, guys. Tons of stuff. I'm looking back now and seeing what the video is up to now. I want to see how many views today's video is at. 2,199 views and 234 thumbs up and 3 thumbs down. Those are haters that are like, I like Chemical Guys. I like Chemical Guys. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. You need to spend $80 on that foam cannon. Thumbs down. That's what I think. It's funny, like I get used to the same 3 or 4 thumbs down on every video. It's like I know it's the same person doing it. To me, it's the exact same person, probably multiple accounts that are all. It's always 3 or 4 thumbs down on every single video, and I know it's the same dude that's doing it. Somebody that obviously I pissed off or something somehow, and I probably blocked them or banned them, so they come under their other channels and they go thumbs down, switch channel, thumbs down, switch channel, thumbs down. I know it is. It's pretty funny. Probably going to try OxyClean car wash. Just know that it's streaky. It's a little bit streaky. Just understand that. Do you have any video that shows your hull detailing? I've had a few in the past where I walk around, Steven, but nothing that's updated. Literally, I have boxes and boxes of products in the front of the garage. Ooh, single product you own? Soon. I try and get out the products as fast as I can with all new products, but I can't promise everything, but I try the best I can. Sometimes companies send me like 10 products at a time, and I'm like, dude, don't blow me out with all these products. Send me like 4 or 5 at a time. And then if you like the videos, then send me another 4 or 5. But please don't blow me out with a million products. I'm from Gardenia, and yes, Chemical Guys rock. Your overall feedback on Turtle Wax product lineup. To me, Brian, they're a good mid-range company that is getting better. Literally, I've probably tried them out the last 5 years, and every year I feel like the new products that they bring out gets better and better and better and better. And the way that I'm looking at it now is in the next probably 4 to 5 years, they're going to be on the same level as Meguiar's and Mothers. They just get better and better every year, and that's what I want to see. Not everybody's perfect, but you can learn and get better and take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Like, I'm sure my detailing is like from like those Ammo NYC to me is probably like this. So you got to take up level after level after level to get there. You know what I mean? And everybody has to be that way. And that's why I try and let these companies know if they contact me, this is what I'd like to see. And I tell Turtle Wax, this is what I'd like to see you guys make. This is what your people are asking for. This is what you need to get to. Example, I talked to God from Turtle Wax. I think it's James from Turtle Wax. He's their marketing manager there. He sends me all their products to test and obviously review for you guys. And he tells me, well, let me know what you want to see. Let me know what people want to see. Well, I told him the other day, I said, look, guys, there's mind blank here. There's 2 products for tires that people want. They either want a stinking high shine, wet tire shine, or they want a low shine tire shine. That's all they want. There's no medium. Give me the wettest tire shine you get, or give me a low one. The same with the interior dash cleaner. They want either a ridiculous high dash shine to it, or they want medium to no dash shine. They want a clean look to it. And that's it. That's what if you make those 2 products and those 2 things, that's all. You don't need to make any more. And he said, that's an amazing info. He's like, because we never know. And I'm like, oh, I get questions all the time about this stuff. So either people like high shine or low shine, nothing more. Right now, the new thing is everybody's making wheel cleaning things. I said, you need, for 2019, you need a wheel cleaner that changes colors. I don't care how you do it. You need one. Everybody has them, and you need to jump on the boat. Thumbs down is Mystical Snowflake. One day we'll ever get Gardenia. I'm reading all your stuff, guys, so please bear with you. Still no Turtle Wax air freshener. They sell them, but in my Walmart they only sell the new car scent. They don't have the Tropical Crush one. I think you have to go somewhere else. Have you ever heard of any possible negative feedback? I don't know either way, Will. I just don't know. I haven't personally tried them, so I can't comment on them, and I haven't heard anything from about anybody from them. Your thoughts on ceramic coatings? They're excellent, Steven. They are excellent, but you have to polish and compound, do everything by the book before you put on a ceramic coating, because once it's locked on there, it's locked on there for a damn long time. Most products you can get it cheaper at Walmart than AutoZone for sure. Walmart is cheaper than everybody. Because if you use a Meguiar Supreme Shine and Dash, it's amazing. My mom likes high-end shine and interior. You know, that's the thing. People either want high shine or low shine. That's all they want. There's no other difference. Pizza. Which microfibers would you suggest I can buy in bulk at a retail store? I think Walmart has some newer ones that are okay. I like the Carrillo's Garage is sold at Advanced Auto Parts. I bought some from there, and they have some decent microfiber towels. That's good. Do you ever use up all your products? Rarely, Rodney. If you see me use up all my products, that means I really like that problem a lot. Foam cannon will help reduce the amount of chance that you can put swirls in your car because you're not physically touching the paint. The foam is getting on there. It's loosening up the dirt and pulling the dirt off your car. And then you're coming back with low pressure water to wash it off. So that's knocking off all that dirt without you having to get on there with a mitt or whatever and actually get in there and possibly instill any swirl. So yes, there is a benefit towards it. Consider Chemical Guys products high end, or would you recommend they're more? Some of their products are good, not all their products are good. So it's a mixed bag with them. Let's put it that way. Brown Royal Wheel Cleaner. No, I haven't, brother. I haven't tried Brown Royal. I'm like you, Chad, like a high shine tires and dash. Yeah, everybody has their own opinion, and that's great. Some people like fat girls. Some people like skinny girls. That's the way it goes. You know, some people like it. They want a little bit of chubbiness to them. They think skinny girls are nasty. You know, and some people like big girls. Yeah, everybody likes it all different. You know what I mean? I used to like a shine, but no more anymore. Why low pressure and not high pressure? You don't want high pressure. You don't want you fucking up your paint. Like you get into one of the higher pressure ones, you can actually strip your paint, and that is not good. So that's why you're just trying to get the foam and debris off. So you don't want to have any like your high pressure nozzle on that sucker. Let's put it this way: I can put high pressure on that thing and completely clear off my sidewalk from all the dingy that builds up over the year, and I can make it nice and bright, shiny again. Imagine what that would do to your paint if that's doing that to your concrete sidewalk. So that's why. Which car scents last longer than little trees? The ones that are in those card little things that you put in there and activate it, like the Meguiar ones that comes in the little cans that you activate. You turn on your air conditioner and put the recycle on and go from there. Those are going to be the best. Sonax worth the money or 50-50? I didn't really have any problem with Sonax, but then again, I've only tried 2 of their products, so I really can't tell you too much on Sonax right now. Their car wash was decent. I had no real issues with it at all. Maybe it wasn't the slickest car wash I've ever used, but it wasn't a bad one. You know what I mean? I'd give it rated like a 9 out of 10. And then the tire cleaner, the wheel cleaner is it stinks to high heavens, but it works really good, but it stinks bad. Man, I noticed there's a lot of DJs in here. You guys know that? Are you guys gonna like start mixing the music? I should invite you guys on. We can like start mix. What was the first update you did in GTR? I don't really say I haven't done anything. It has an exhaust on it when I bought it, and that's all I did. My goal is to pay the GTR off 100%, own the title in my hand within 3 years. That is my goal. If I can pay it off in 3 years or less, which originally was $64,000, that to me would make me happy. So that's why I pay buttloads extra on my car every single day. Literally, I pay a buttload on my car every single month. My payment's $736. For the last probably year, I've paid between $1,200 and $1,300 a month on GTR. I paid tons extra on it just to get rid of it because I like having money in my bank and not having to worry about owing anybody anything. I know it's a personal thing, but when I was younger, I went through some financial things, and I said I'll never do that again. Did scoop up the Armor All new air duct vent cleaner. I bought it, but I just think that why not? Why would you just get the regular can? Why am I just going to squirt it in the vents when if you get the one, the regular whole car air freshener, it's going to be recycled through anyways. I don't understand it, but hey, I tried it because people asked for it. Mass odor, I don't know. I usually judge people when I'm in traffic and I look at their. Oh, Matthew, go to a car show. Go to any car club, go to any car show, anything, and you'll walk through and you'll start looking at people's cars and be like, holy crap, they're at a car show and they love their cars. It's like, do something about this. It irks me to no end. When I went to the GTR club, a GTR meet at the Central Florida GTR club at Ace Cafe. There was probably about 50 GTRs that showed up from around Florida, and I'd say there was at least a handful that had swirls everywhere in their paint. I was like, oh, you have this expensive car and you don't even take time. Even if you don't have the ability to polish it or you don't have the time, then pay somebody to do it. Pay somebody to do it once a year. Have it all polished, compound, ceramic coated, do whatever. You can clearly afford the payment. Half those GTR owners are paying over $1,000 a month is their payment per month on that car. And I'm like, no. Now I pay that much, but I pay because I'm paying extra and I want it paid off a lot faster. Damn it. Die. Do you have a front end clear bra on the GTR? No, I don't. The 370Z had it, but not on the GTR. Compound. For over-the-counter compounds, you probably want to try something like a Meguiar's Ultimate compound. You can get Grillo's Garage compound. What else have I used? I've tried Turtle Wax Compound. They're not bad. But those two would probably be my recommendation for over the counter, easy to get, where you're going to have decent results out of it. Is it going to be the high in the detailer level? No, but it will do what you need it to do. You try using Dodo Juice Tropical Mist Sealant. Again, that's one of the ones, Brian, I'd have to order online from AutoGeek or something like that, because they just aren't not sold here without ordering it online. Have you tried ceramic coating? Is it hard to apply? I've never personally applied it. I've seen the videos from AutoGeek and stuff. It's really easy to apply. I've seen when like CarPro and some of the other big companies go to AutoGeek and actually do demonstrations on how to do it, like Geon Quartz and stuff like that. When they apply it, it's really easy. But it's all about prep work with ceramic. You need to have every swirl and scratch out that you possibly have on there. And because once you put it on there, it's going to last you for a couple of years if it's a good coating on there. And it's going to trap all those swirls and scratches, and it may look like crap. A lot of the cheaper detailers that will detail it and do a ceramic coating for like $400 or $500, it's usually a pretty crappy work. And a lot of times you'll see pictures of swirls in there still, and they put left swirls in there, and they put sealing the ceramic coating on there and just ruined it. Any Ford GTs in your neighborhood? No, but there are 2 BMW i8s in my neighborhood. There's a Aston Martin down there. Got a lot of Corvettes over on that side of the neighborhood. Just a lot of luxury cars in my neighborhood. Really, you're going to see your Infinitis, Mercedes, BMWs, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff that's generally in my neighborhood. Don't think it's the best. Eat anything to detail product in my folks will always have preferences. And that's the truth, man. Music, everything, everybody has their own opinion. It's just the way it goes in life. You just kind of got to pick something else that you like with it and go with it. And that's generally what it says. That's why I give everybody just a general opinion. You can either take it or you leave it. It doesn't bother me any. I just show you what you're going to get from using it, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are on it, but it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. If you like it, you don't like it, you go from there. You know, you're always going to have your people that are going to say, I like this company, but I don't like this company. Just the way it goes. I'm fighting a cold. I took a cold pill. I'm going to help. Yeah, dude, I love taking the blue pills that'll knock your ass out at night. About 30 minutes, you're like this. And I'm like, I'm so tired. And you're like, out. Those are the best, man. Those are the best. I have never put on a clear bra. I see it's very painstakingly work, a lot of attention to detail. And no, I've never done it. You just got to, it's all about in the details when you're doing that. Corvette needs to step up their interior. The problem with, again, Brian, we're talking about American cars. American interiors, American cars are just, they're cheaply made, in my opinion. They're just, the quality isn't there. And it's just, personally to me, they don't do it. Japanese cars, it just seems like everything's fit and finish is 1,000 times better. The quality of interior is so much better. It looks better. And the resale value is 10 times better than American cars. So that's personally why I like Japanese cars. Yep, he's passed out. He is out for the count, man. It's the way it goes. I have never heard of 360 products. I'm sorry. Again, there's one thing I've learned about doing this as a hobby the last couple of years. There are so many different companies out there on the market. It's just absolutely nuts. There's so many small, no-name companies that are popping out of the woodwork that I'm just like, where are these product companies come from? And it's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? Ceramic coating, 1,500. Honestly, for just a straight A stellar job, 1,500. I've heard that a lot because they're going to wash your car. They're going to decontaminate it with the clay bars. Then they're going to polish and compound your cars to get out all the swirls. We're talking, this is hours worth of work, if not a day or two to get it properly done right. So then you have to actually, all your materials that you're using, plus you're having to spend hours and hours maybe correcting the paint. How many hours is that going to take? Then you have to apply the ceramic coating, and that takes how much longer? So yes, it can be very expensive and daunting. But remember, when you ceramic detail it, coat it, you're not going to have to put on another wax or anything on it for probably 2-3 years or whatever you need if it's done right. So no more of this hard laborious stuff. You don't have to worry about all your compounds and swirlings and everything if you do everything right. So it's a very hard material when it's actually locks on there. So, you get what you paid for. It's going to last you for a couple of years. So, okay, how much am I going to spend per year otherwise? So all you got to do is maintenance car washes on it. That's generally about it. It's really good. C7s, there's about 2 or 3 C7s in my neighborhood at least. There's a green one, there's a red one over there, and there's something over here, I think. A lot of people have them, especially the old men, because half of my neighborhood is like retirees. A lot of people, I think I saw it on the Auto Guides website today, but I don't think I really paid that much attention. A lot of people were hating it though. What would be a monthly payment on a Grom? Okay, I'll give you an idea. But you still haven't told me where you're from. I noticed you ducked the question, by the way. I still remember that. I know I'm right, but you don't want to admit it. But anyways, here's how it went down. I wanted to put down a massive down payment on my Grom, okay? And out the door with tax, title, everything. This was back in September when the 2018s were just hitting the lot, so they want a top dollar for it. The cheapest I could find in Florida was at Winter Haven. It was $3,800 out the door. Tax, tag, title, assembly fee, all that stuff. Because the MSRP on it is like $3,300. They wouldn't even let me put $1 down. They said you can't because of the fact that the payment would be underneath a certain amount. Like I guess Honda financing won't finance less than $75 a month. So they said you can't even put anything down. So with nothing down, the payment came to like $76 a month. Well, what they told me to do then is like once you finance it the very first month, take that massive down payment and just slap it on the car payment immediately. So your payment is $76 a month, but you instantly owe this much money. So that's what I did with my Grom. Just giving you a heads up. So brand new Grom should be about $76 up to $80 a month for brand new if you put $0 down on it, and then just pay a massive payment your very first month. So that's what you'll be looking at. I was right. That's what I was saying. You're Puerto Rico. See, and I was right. And that's all it Kissimmee is. I didn't know that before I moved here. I had no clue. And they're like, oh, you moved into Puerto Rico. And we're like, what? They're like, dude, that's little Puerto Rico, man. Why did you move there for? And we're like, I don't know. My wife's job's here. So I'd transfer him down here, my company. And they were like, oh, don't go into Puerto Rico. Everybody warned us. It was really funny. They're like, you're not going to like Kissimmee. And it was funny. We learned, we're like, oh, everybody's Puerto Rican here. Everybody speaks Spanish here, and we don't speak Spanish. So, yeah, it was pretty funny when we heard that. David Ramsey, yeah, the financial guy. Which foam would you recommend? Ooh, that's a good one. So far, I like Mr. Pink from Chemical Guys. I liked Honeydew Snow Foam. I like the Chemical Guys. I'm sorry, the Masterson Snow Foam. You guys got to see that today. I tried Limitless Leather from Limitless Car Care today. Holy cow. Amazing results. You'll see that on Friday. The cool thing about that is it's not only meant for the 2-bucket system, but it's also designed for the foam cannon. So you get the best of both worlds with that. And that's why I like them so much. And it's just a stellar high-end product. You're going to see that. After like an hour later, he tells you where he's from. I know. He was ducking. He was like, Jose Cruz, are you Puerto Rican by chance? I'm just going to go out here on a limb. Most people that last name is Cruz is from Puerto Rico or their Puerto Rican family. I'm just going to go out here and say that. I'm just saying. And then I'll say, Jose Cruz, are you from like New York or New Jersey by chance? I'm just saying. You don't find Puerto Ricans in Illinois. Well, maybe Chicago, but you get the idea. You just don't see that. Or in Iowa. They just don't. It's just the thing. So it's pretty funny. The things you learn when you move to this kind of neighborhood. It's like I was born in Fort Lauderdale in South Florida when I was a kid. Well, back in the 80s, the Cubans all came over and they moved to Miami. Parts of Miami had Little Havana. So when you're down there, most of the Spanish down there are all of Cuban descent or they're Cubans. It's just the way it is. Kissimmee is all Puerto Ricans. It's the way it is. You learn all this stuff once you come here. Always try to correct the paint, but never come out 100%. Sometimes you have to go over a section twice. Maybe try that, Maria. You might have to get really aggressive with it. But sometimes, even with me, when I go over it, I usually get about 97 to 98% of all the swirls. I might find later in the sun like 1 or 2 that I missed. I'm like, dude, I missed 1 or 2 little light ones. But for the most part, they're all gone when I do it. Once you do it right and you use it right, you shouldn't have to bust your butt. Like when I first bought the GTR, there was so many swirls and light scratches, and it was awful. It took me, I think, 6 or 7 hours to properly paint correct it. But once I did, I was so happy. I had so many comments from people telling me how good the GTR looks. They thought it was a brand new GTR. I said, your paint is in amazing condition. What did you do to this thing? And I just told them. It's all about proper paint prep and then putting a good wax and stuff like that on it. Do you invest in microfiber laundry detergent? I have some from Mastersense. It's really good, but I will tell you, for many years, all I did was use regular stuff. Now, I still washed it in hot water, and I just put it on air dry. I didn't use it on heat or anything on the dryer. I just put it on fluff air dryer. But I used regular laundry detergent. But I have noticed the microfiber towels seem to be a little bit softer, and they have a nice little scent to them, and they just seem like they're a lot, I don't know, that fluffier when you use the microfiber stuff, because they said your stuff over the counter is not designed to remove those silicones from the waxes and stuff, where that stuff that your actual true microfiber cleaner is. So I don't know about that. Ever try a product from Adams and return it and see if there's 100? I've never returned any of the products. The only product I think I ever returned was like an Armor All product. It was complete. It was like their tire glaze. It was awful. And I returned it and took it back to Walmart. I got so much hate on that video on YouTube. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. I'm like, I've probably bought 40 different tire shines, maybe 50. And I've never used a tire shine that screwed up your tires so bad it looked like crap that when it dried, it hazed up to a bluish white on your tires. I was like, what in the crap is this? And you're like, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, holy crap. And then you have the F you, you're effing this and effing that. Those people immediately start cursing, immediately go into their accounts, block person right now, delete comment, and I'm done. I never hear from them again. And those are probably the ones that get pissed off and leave me down thumbs. Like, I'm blocked, because immediately you start getting vulgar in the channel comments, you're gone. That's all the way it is. Yeah, my payment was like, my credit is stellar though, John. Let's put it this way. Last time I checked my credit, it was like 800 or something. So I was easily, I have top credit. Like when I bought the GTR, I had no problem. But then again, I pay way extra, pay tons extra on all my bills. As soon as I get the bill, I pay it immediately. Half the time I don't even have my credit card bill in the mail yet, and I go into the bank and I transfer the money from the bank onto my bank's credit card. I got my credit card through my bank, and that's how I pay everything instantly. It's done like that. I don't let it pile up, and that's just what I do. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a problem with Adam's detailing, Adam customer service. Do you either ever had any problems with like chemical guys or anything? When I order online, things show up in a couple of days. I don't really have any problems, so no complaints from me. I've never used Roops. I've used the Flex before when I was at the demo day at Auto Geek, and Flex was really good, but I never got a chance to use the Roops polisher. Will you ever just mount your tires for detailing? The funny thing is, I got a nail in the back tire of my GTR a week or two ago, and I had it down the street and had the wheel taken off. Reyes will know. If you're into custom wheels, there's Action Tire here in Kissimmee. It's not far from my house. Anyways, they do all like the stretch tires effects. They do all the stupid like camber that's like sideways and all that stuff. They're all pros in that. And it was off anyways, and they were plugging the tire. I was looking at the brake caliper and I was like, oh, look at that. There's a little dirt on the inside of the brake caliper I normally can't get to. Man, I wish I had my detailer and stuff to clean it with. That was funny. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, ooh. But would I want to take all four off just to clean little bits of it like that? No, not at all. My little my detailing brushes, I use the Speed brush from Daytona Speedmaster brush. That gets everything I need. I always wanted one ever since you got one, but that is like I need to get. So I'd rather save up. See what I go. Honestly, buy yourself a used motorcycle. First off, you need to go take the MSF course. You need to go take the MSF course. Get it out of the way. You get your motorcycle endorsement on your license, and then start shopping for motorcycles you want. Buy something old. Buy something used for cheap. Learn to ride on that. You can buy a used Grom. That's fine, but understand that Groms are very slow. Top speed on it is like 62 on a stock one. If you're lucky and it's not windy, if it's windy, you're going to be battling to do 54, 55 miles an hour. They're just gutless power-wise. They're a goofy bike. They're for fun, but they don't have power. They would be great for you to learn on. So buy one like used for like $2,300, $2,400 cash. That would be a great way to learn on. That way, when you're bored of it, you don't owe anything on the bike, and you can go buy a nice big sport bike or a cruiser or whatever you really want then, so you're not going to screw it up, because you know how to ride now. Action Tire. Yep, there you go. That's where I took the GTR to. As a matter of fact, it showed up to the Instagram. Somebody tagged me on Instagram. They took a picture of my car, uploaded to their Instagram saying, oh my God, Godzilla showed up to our shop today. And it had like 400 and something likes. It was pretty funny. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, the Grom is totally fine. Just go take the MSF course at the OOSI I showed you guys. It's down there on Main Street, right before Osceola Parkway on your left. That's where it's at, behind one of those little Spanish churches. It's right back there, and get your motorcycle endorsement, get your license, and then go from there to start shopping for a bike or buy a used bike from somebody offline. You know, there's so many Groms that come up for sale. A lot of people buy Groms as like a little fad. They're like, oh, they want to be part of the like Grom crew and all that stuff. They go ride around in all the groups, and that's fun. But a lot of them get like so bored of this. There's no speed to it, no power. They sell them within like a 6 months to a year. It's ridiculous. You see so many Groms for sale with like 100 miles, 200 miles on it. I saw one yesterday that came out completely modded out, had all the fender eliminator kit, all the custom real lights, new exhaust on it, air intake on it, 17 miles, putting it up for sale. You had a bike for 17 miles and you put $500 in modifications to this motorcycle, and you're going to sell it after 17 miles saying you're bored of it. You didn't even ride it. I bought my Grom over in Winter Haven, Florida. You know where it is, like 45 minutes from our house. I rode it all the way back on I-4, and I probably put 50 miles on it alone, the first ride. It's just stupid, but you should be able to get a killer deal that way. Thoughts on BMW motorcycles? Very expensive, sexy motorcycles, but very expensive. Supposedly, they're coming out with a new redesigned the S1000RR, which is sexy, by the way, very sexy. But supposedly, they're redoing it. Hitting the slack. My name is not Adam. My name is Chad. But I hope you have a good night, buddy. Playoffs are here. Go Pacers. No idea. Any thoughts on Adams Polish's Swirl Killer? I haven't tried it. Again, another one of these companies making their own stuff. I don't know, brother. I just don't know. I've never tried it. Our modifications are cheap. The most expensive modification on my Grom was the exhaust, and it's a carbon fiber exhaust from Two Brothers. It was $520 shipped, but you can get like cheap slip-on exhaust for like $150, $200. But that's the most expensive modification. The cold air intake for the Grom was like $130, dirt cheap. The fender eliminator kit was like $80, $70, $80. I mean, your the flush turn signals on the front instead of the big old Dumbo ear sticking out on the front was, I think, $30. There's dirt cheap modifications for the Grom. Oh, I did just order a custom seat for the Grom today. It's going to be custom made the way I want it with colors and everything because I hate the stock seat on the Grom. And that was expensive. It's from like a high-end motorcycle company called Corbin. They make custom motorcycle seats. Again, I customized the exact colors I wanted, material and everything. It was $360. But I can't stand the stock seat. It digs into my butt so bad. Used to be a Pistons fan way back when I used to watch NBA. I remember the fight back between Pacers, DJ Magic, Sir Wallace. And again, I don't watch basketball. The funny thing is Disney is now the new major sponsor of the Orlando Magic for the next 3 years. So for the Florida pass holders, if you were up time to renew your season pass for Disney World, if you went down to the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, at the Magic shop right there in the stadium right there, Disney had has a kiosk in the side of their shop there in the pro shop there. And they have Disney employees working there. And as long as you re-upped your pass right there, you got a free jersey, an Orlando Magic jersey, $120 jersey, or with whatever player name you wanted on it. Or like me, if you didn't want those names, you could have it custom made. They put custom writing on the back with the player name you want or whatever name you want, and then whatever number you want. And since I didn't know any of the new Magic team players because they kind of suck, the Magic suck, I decided to go with the old school Magic team players from the 90s. So, of course, I got number 1. I got Penny Hardaway's number. So it says Hardaway across the back with the 1 on it because I was like, you have to get it. You know what I mean? You have to get that. So that's what I did for mine. Yeah, dude, my kid is knocked out, man. Bad thing is he's going to be up early, and I'm going to be like, oh, you know. It's funny. He's a trip, man. He buries himself under blank. He's clapping in his sleep. Oh my gosh, he is a crazy man. Uh-oh. Go to sleep, buddy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. You're okay. Wow, he's out for the count. How much it weighs? The Grom, I think it's around 250 pounds. I can move the back end around and the front end around by myself. I've seen a couple of those big old like buffed guys pick it up. They hug it like this from both sides, and they can pick the Grom up by themselves. I want to say it's around 250 pounds for the Grom. I easily loaded it in the back of my wife's minivan yesterday. I put it on the ramp and I ramped it right in there by myself. It was really easy. You okay, buddy? You okay? Come here. Come here. Look, come on, buddy. It's all right. You're all right. Disney World's a lot bigger. There's a lot more to Disney World than there is at Disneyland. I'll tell you that. Do you know basketball? No, I don't know basketball. Or are you talking to somebody else? Goals. I'll be back going into Google what this Grom is. It's the Honda Grom. It's a little tiny motorcycle, little commuter motorcycle. It's 125cc, brand new. They're like $3,300 MSRP. But what guys do is they have giant Grom groups. They buy like, let's say there'll be tons of them in Orlando area. There's probably 50 to 70 of them. They're everywhere. So they have these big group meets and not big rides. Let me tell you, it gets a little chaotic because these Groms are so small that they can get into places that bigger motorcycles can't. So what they love to do is pop wheelies with these things. A lot of tricks with the Groms, wheelie the hell out of them. And they really, like yesterday when I was on the ride, let's put it this way. I got stuck in traffic and I was like, screw it. This bike is so small. I rode down the side. Then I cut through the front of other cars and I went around the people because I was like, crap, I got separated. And I was like, on a big bike, it would be a lot tighter. But on the little Grom, I just zipped down the side of the road, then cut through other cars that were stopped in traffic and just kind of weaved around to get around because, lane splitting is not legal here in Florida like it is in California or the rest of the world for some stupid reason. So I got stuck separated from the group, and that's all I did. I just like, man, this is great. People were riding on the sidewalks with them. People were riding in the dirt along the beach with them. It was just like, what the heck? I mean, they were just being goofballs with these bikes, and they're really big in the YouTube thing right now. That's why my YouTube channel is, I feel like it's doing good. I have almost 5,000 subscribers now on that YouTube channel, so it's pretty crazy. They're really hot little toys. They're dirt cheap, great motorcycles to start out with, but they're gutless. They have no power to them at all. We're in a question. Were you happy Dwayne Wade came back to Miami Heat? I could care less. I don't watch basketball. Should I build a pressure washer or buy one? Why would you build a pressure washer? Buy one. Any other colors you had a hard time deciding on the Grom? No. I was originally going to stick with Kawasaki because I have my ZX6R sport bike, and I was going to get the KRT edition of the Z125, and it was they didn't want to really deal. They showed me this huge price, and I was like, for that price, I just get a Grom, and the Grom has a higher resale value and more modded parts for it. So I knew right away. I was like, well, screw it, I'll go get the Grom. I like the headlights better to the Grom. It looks more sexy. It's LED headlights, more futuristic look to it, and the color. That bright yellow highlighter color is a trip. I love it. And let me tell you, I've had at least 2 or 3 cars pull out in front of me, right in front of me with the Grom, and I have to dodge them. I don't care. Here people can't drive for shit. They suck down here. And the fact is that you have to be able to dodge them. Where with a highlighter Grom, you figure, okay, maybe they're going to see you. Not necessary. I've had people pull out twice in front of me in St. Cloud already. We're driving it down there, and once somewhere else. I mean, I'm coming. They pull out right in front of the intersection. They do this to me, and I have to swerve out of the way before I get hit. And they look at me and go, oh, and I'm like, how are you not paying any attention to me? When you're in the MSF course, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, for you guys that don't know, to learn how to get your motorcycle license and take the test, they will teach you to everywhere you ride to ride with your high beams on. Always ride with the high beams on. Get as much visibility as you can so that people can see you coming, And I still have people pull out in front of me. I catch it on YouTube many times. I have my GoPro on my helmet, and I've caught many times where I'm like, holy crap, and it gets caught on YouTube. It's pretty crazy, and I upload it, so it's nuts. I've had so many people write like these big YouTube channels that post up a lot of those clear crashes or almost crashes. And they post up my videos and they're like, hey, can I use your stuff and put your name in my video? I'm like, yeah, just give me proper credit for it. Because I figured, hey, get my name out there a little bit. But I get it all the time when I get those close calls. I've had so many close calls. It's ridiculous. It's a small motorcycle. Yep. Try out a pump 2-gallon sprayer. Well, I just don't want to do that. Why would I do that when I have so many other things? I just think that'd be just a waste. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get a pump sprayer, why wouldn't you just get the foam gun, or if you have a pressure washer, get the regular foam cannon? I don't really see a need for me with a pump sprayer. I just don't. Do you dealt your water for what? I don't understand what you mean, Brian. All right, Matt, got to wake up early tomorrow. Keep it up in video for real. Maybe you should do a polish video or a compound. I have done a few of those. Just go back and check some of my older videos. I have some how to polish videos out there. And Jose, you never told me if you're Puerto Rican, Jose. Come on, Jose. Tell me you're Puerto Rican. Come here to Kissimmee. We know you. We want you in Kissimmee. Good in an apartment complex, maybe. But again, if you had an electric pressure washer again and you just have a hose or whatever, I don't know. Like when I lived in an apartment, again, I brought the 5-gallon bucket, I brought all my car soap, and I just went to the coin and washed it like midnight so that nobody would harass me about using a bucket and wash when I was there at night. Wow, we've been on for 3 hours. I can tell I'm starting to get tired, guys. I can tell I'm starting to get tired, and I have to edit the video for you guys, and I'm like right now. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say we should probably wrap this up in the next 15 minutes, okay? We'll do 15 more minutes live stream, and I'm going to go ahead and call it after that. I can tell I'm starting to get tired. I've got to get ready for bed. I've got to go. Literally, he is asleep on my lap right now. You guys can't see it in the video. He climbed up on my lap, and he is literally in a ball like this asleep on my lap right now. So, again, that's the cool thing about being a dad, about being a parent. He always, it really – things that would never happen. I mean, your little boy is now curled up on my lap sleeping. I mean, that's something that you'll always remember, that, oh, I remember when he was this small and he used to sleep on my lap and stuff like that. And, this is cool. I went to a koi wash, ended up spending more. No, all I do is just, I only used them for water. And I think, you have that certain time. I just put like the $1 in and I used it for so I sprayed all the loose dirt off and then I just turned it to the suds and I just kind of sudsed up the car, but then I hand washed it by myself. So I filled the bucket with water, and I used my McGuire soap or whatever I used back then, and then that's how I did it. In SoCal, they banned bucket method of washing coin out. Yeah, they can ban whatever they want, Brian, but if they don't know, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff in the evening, and they will never bother you. Just remember it like that. California has banned everything. They're the stupidest state in the world. Even if they ban cars, I mean, if they banned guns, let's just say, somebody would still have them. Criminals will never, ever listen to the rule, okay? I don't care what it is. Did you guys see, was it a day or two ago, another whack job in Germany took a car and ran over like 20-something people and 3 people died? So what are we going to do, ban cars now? Are we going to ban cars because people are starting to use those? So even you could ban everything. People will find other ways to do it. And they will still do it. I don't care what rules you're going to make. How well is the war on drugs since the 80s done? Can you guys still go find marijuana somewhere? Can you find cocaine somewhere? My God, this video is going to be so demonetized so fast. But be real here. Do you know somebody that can get you marijuana right now? Could you call a buddy and be like, hey, whether you smoke it or not, could you call a buddy? Whether it's legal in your state or not. Could you find drugs if you wanted to? Yet they've been illegal for, how long has marijuana been illegal? Since the 70s? How well is that working out? And that's what the world comes to. Making rules in place and taking them away from the good people does not change anything. Criminals will always be criminals and they'll always break the law. And that's what it comes down to. Just understand that. So when you guys get older, if you're not voting age and everything, please understand that. Getting rid of product A because you think it's going to take it away from product B, the bad guys, that's only going to take it away from the good guys. The criminals will always be criminals, and they're not going to obey those laws. I understand that right now. Weed is legal, but it's not legal in Florida. But I guarantee you, if we needed it within 5 or 10 minutes, we would go get it from somebody. And that's what I'm talking about. It's not worked. None of those war on drugs has ever worked. They're still flooding in across the border, and people can still get it. And that's what I'm talking about. Power of the internet, you can find anything. You can find anything beforehand. Anybody need that Montana hit? But you see what I'm trying to say. So when California trying to ban this, ban that, or ban other, it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work because criminals will never, ever do it. They will never obey those laws. I would love to be to Montana. I've never been to Montana yet. The farthest I've been would be, I say, let's see. I've been in Michigan. I've been in upstate New York. I've been in Maine, but I've never been. I've been in Washington State, but I've never been to like the Dakotas. I've never been to Montana. Never been to Idaho. I've never been to like Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska. I've never been to those kind of areas of the country. I've never been to Oregon. Never been to. Let's see. My plane flew into Salt Lake City, but then it flew right back out. So I've never technically been around Utah. You see what I mean? Come to California. No, I don't want to ever come to California. California is just like to step foot to go on a cruise ship, and that was it. Literally, California to me is like no big deal. It doesn't. There's no drive for it. You know what I mean? You go out if you want to see Asians, go to Vancouver. There was somebody in Vancouver here earlier. They are everywhere. Chinese people are everywhere on the West Coast. Chinese people are in Seattle and especially Vancouver. They're everywhere. Chinese places everywhere. Chinese people are everywhere there. If you don't mind asking, did you buy your GPO? I bought it used, Brian. I bought it last year in 2017. It was 2013. I bought it at an exotic car dealership down there in West Palm Beach. It was at Marino Performance Motors in West Palm Beach. They stocked like high-end cars down there. They had two GTRs. One was like a 2015, and then my red one, which was a 2013. You okay, buddy? You okay? It's okay. You all right? This is what having a kid's all about. You should come visit national parks in Utah. One day I will. One day I will. It's just hard to like travel a lot. You know what I mean? It really is. Yeah, I've been to Ace Cafe a few times for sure. Would you rather get a 2010 GTR or 2016 Hellcat? GTR is going to turn more heads. Nobody knows unless you know what a Hellcat is, and unless you know what to look for, like you see the little Hellcat symbol on the side, it's just another car. It's just another Dodge Challenger or Dodge Charger. There is no difference to it. You see a GTR on the street, you know exactly what a GTR is, and you can wax anybody on the street. So GTRs are very rare. So I would much rather have a GTR. GTRs have a ridiculously high resale value as well. They do not lose their value for crap. What would you rate your GTR paint out of 10? 8 to 9 out of 10. It's got just a few minor nicks on it, just like very minor, and has a couple like swirls from. I haven't polished it obviously in a year now. That's why I keep meaning to do it, but I just don't have time. And to do it again, having him really cuts a lot of time on me because I have to be a father first, and then I have to be I could be a car guy. Do you drive a GTR like you're running for the border or nurse it? A little bit of mixture sometimes. Mostly just driving it like it's a regular car, and then once in a while I'll floor it. But for the most part, it's just traffic around Kissimmee. You don't really floor it. You just kind of drive it. That's about all you do. Would you ever get some new wheels for GTR? I thought about it, but again, it comes back to I'd rather pay the GTR off first. That to me is more important. I did all the mods to the 370Z before I had it paid off, and I thought to myself, man, I was like, man, I could have paid the 370Z off a year earlier if I would have just put all the money from the mods into the car. But again, I did it all that way. This time around, I'm like, well, it's already fast enough. So I don't really need to put any more mods in to go fast mods right now. And the wheels actually look pretty. They don't look bad at all. So I really don't need to swap out anything right now. So I was just like, why get rid of it? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm getting kind of tired, guys. I apologize. I've been here for a long time. But hanging with you guys is really special. You know what I mean? I'm going to see you get some rest. See you in the next trial stream. Thank you very much, Brian. Most live streams are usually on Sunday. This is just a rare thing, so I hope you understand. New review on the Tornado vacuum gun. I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. Marine detailing. Well, one, I don't own a boat, so it would be kind of pointless for me. Absolutely pointless for me. Was red your first color choice with GTR? No, the first color was the metallic blue. It's very pretty in the sun, but they're a very rare color. They've only been made for a couple of years. And every detailer that had one in blue wanted like 73,000 for it. With the red one, I was able to get the good deal on it. They were asking 68,000 for it, and I got them down to 64,000. And I was happy with the red. Obviously, my 370s do with the exact same red, so I was happy with the red. So there was no point for me to worry about it. And by the way, red is really pretty, so as long as it's clean. Whew. Oh, sorry. But it looks really good, and it turns a lot of heads. You know what I mean? Where when it gets a little darker outside, the blue looks more like a black, and it's a little bit darker. What was the place you mentioned for the motorcycle license? It's Orange Osceola Safety Institute. So it's oosi.org. oosi.org. The motorcycle class, it's right there on Main Street. So go down 192 like you're heading towards St. Cloud, hang a left on Main Street, or OBT as you know, go up towards Osceola Parkway, and it'll be on your left just past Carroll. Is it Carroll? Yeah, just past Carroll Street. There'll be a big Spanish church there and some avant-garde academy on your left. Behind the church, look to your left. It'll say like big old signs that say like Can-Am and all this stuff like that, and like a tire wall. That's where the motorcycle safety course is. It's usually held on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. So it's either a Friday, Saturday course or a Saturday, Sunday course. So you just got to kind of look it up from there and plan your thing from there. They have all the motorcycles for you. They have all the helmets for you. They are state licensed to actually give you the test. So all you do is you do everything there, and then you just got to go down to your local DMV and get your new license picture done with the little motorcycle endorsement on the bottom. It costs like $15 for one. It's real easy. Well, I'm off going to Michael Jackson and beat it. Okay, have fun, buddy. Have fun. If you have him, no more fun time for you for a while. All right, man. Take care, Mr. Reyes. Take care, buddy. Enjoy your night. Yeah, we're going to end this up 4 more minutes. If you have any more questions, 4 more minutes, and I'll answer them up for you guys. Again, we've been on for 3 hours and 26 minutes. I am exhausted. I'm tired. Just making up for yesterday, and that's what I'm trying to do, hang out with you guys. So can you believe he's asleep like this? Can you believe that? He's literally holding on to me, sitting in my lap, and his head is on my arm, and he's asleep. This is ridiculous. Welcome to being a parent. The air blower really hurts my ears, having that thing blow it. It was really loud, really loud. I just dried off with the giant micro fiber, the waffle weave towels. They're like 3 feet wide. I just dry it with that. It's just so much faster. A couple of passes with that thing and your whole car's dry. They're like $20, $25 a piece. They're excellent, man. Excellent. That's what I like to do. Who wants a kid? $5. $5 gets you a kid. He's 1/4 Filipino, so he's part Asian and 3/4 white. So we get you a good deal. He's a little bit of a mutt, a little bit of mixed in there, but you can get a good deal on him. You might get some work out of him. You probably won't get any work out of him. Pretty lazy. He likes to watch cartoons all day long, so you're not gonna get much work out of him. Loves to run around. So I don't know. We'll give you a good deal. We'll hook you up on the low. You know what I mean? I can't believe this is nuts that he's asleep like this. Oh well. All right, guys. Any last questions before we get out? Oh, dude, Dalton, I'm sure this thing was flagged an hour ago. But some of the things I've said on here, I'm going to have this reviewed. The thing is, when anything gets demonetized and YouTube flags it, I have to leave the video. I have to put the video to private. I have to request a manual review, and then it has to go back through the system. And so once somebody watches a manual review, then they'll clear it, and then I can re-upload it again. So it's a pain in the ass, but it's what you got to deal with in the YouTube world today, because you have people like PewDiePie doing stupid things, ruining it for everybody else. There's that one kid in class that ruins it for everybody else. You don't get playtime because Johnny was a bad boy. Screw Johnny, punish Johnny, but to let the rest of us go out and play. I hated that, and that's essentially what happened. Remember this? What was it, about a year or two ago? PewDiePie, who has like 50 million subscribers, the biggest YouTuber in the world, did some just stupid stuff on there. And that's what basically started really YouTube. It seems like every 3 or 4 months now, YouTube changes policies and starts cutting down, cranking down. Now, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers now, they just changed it. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't be monetized anymore. You can't make money off of YouTube. I mean, everything is policy is ridiculous. if the little bot that checks your video thinks that you are cursing or you're saying something wrong or bad or racist or anything like that, automatically gets demonetized, and you have to ask for a manual review. There's so many things now. Now their big kick is guns, and they're wanting to really take away gun videos on YouTube. I mean, YouTube used to be a great platform, and now things are changing so fast. So it really is hard, and it's a game. But then again, once one company starts dithering, going down, another company sprouts up. That's the way the world works. You know what I mean? And everybody just hops on that bandwagon. 2 years ago, everybody wanted chemical guys, nothing but chemical guys. Now they want atoms or ammo. You see what I'm saying? I used to get at least 15 requests a month for chemical guys videos. Now everybody wanted to see atoms. Last year, everybody wanted to see atoms. Now people are asking for ammo NYC. I want to see the froth video. Give the froth foam video. Everybody, where's my ammo? And you see what I mean? So it's one starts to go down in popularity, the other one goes back up. And I really think that's what's going to happen to YouTube if they keep up the policies. They're running away more and more of their people that are not happy with the way things are and the changes they made. And now they're going to other streams. Like Twitch is like buying out, what they say, they bought out like 15 or 20 of the biggest YouTubers in the world, and they gave them some massive solo contract if they would start uploading to Twitch and all kinds of stuff. So it's interesting. So other companies are going to pop up now and take chances. How long does it take you to wash and dry your car? Maybe 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. Oh, man, it's already been 3.5 hours. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, Dalton, it's getting pretty bad. You should just go to the big YouTube channels. The big boys are the ones that are complaining about the worst because it is quite literally affecting them. Most of those YouTubers used to live off YouTube revenue from their ad revenue, and now they can't pay their bills anymore. So now they're all going. Have you noticed? If you watch a lot of Twitch players, people, they're all going over to Twitch because they can live stream on Twitch. They don't get hammered, harassed, and people have direct contact like we are right now, and they get donations off the tail from Twitch. And they can play a video game, have contact, and they're doing more and more Twitch stuff as well. So Twitch is now, of course, last year, I think it was last year, Amazon bought out Twitch. So now Amazon obviously wants a piece of the YouTube pie like everybody does. So that's why they have a huge contract with I think it was 20 massive YouTubers to say, hey, make solo content just for us on our channel so we can start bringing over more and more people to start uploading over here. They eventually want to be a part like YouTube, from what I hear. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for being a part of my channel. Appreciate you guys dealing with me and my knocked out son here. He's exhausted. So thanks so much. I hope you guys really did like the foam cannon comparison video. If you did, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. Please share the video. Please have your friends check it out. Again, the channel is skyrocketing right now. It's doing great. I'm going to keep pumping out videos. Tomorrow you're going to see all the stuff I bought from Walmart. Now I got to stay up and do that. Wednesday will be like a Black Magic car wash video or something. I don't know what I'll do for Wednesday. Friday's foam cannon video will be using the limitless lather. There's so many new videos coming out for this week, and hope you guys check it out. Please leave a fat thumbs up. A part of my channel. As always, thank you so much for swinging by, and I'll see you guys at the very next video. Take care, y'all.